Hello, hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. Today I am running a game of Mothership First Edition. This is a scenario of my own devising called Newly Discovered Tunnels. This is a playtest of that. I do plan to actually write this up as a little brochure adventure, but we have obviously we have to playtest it to see how it goes first. So we have 4 players here on the planet Sendai 3. You are, well, let's find out who these people are before they have to deal with some newly discovered tunnels, which is fun to find out about. So I guess you can choose whether you're a person who lives in this colony on this planet, or if you are a visiting spacer, someone whose ship stopped at this planet to resupply, to drop something off, to do something, and you're just visiting. So you can choose. If you're visiting, you all come from the same ship. There's only one ship at the colony right now, but the first player who says they're a visitor can say what that ship is all about. But it's not subject to GM yet. So we'll start with Trushi88. Your character's name is Tyrell. So please tell us a little bit about Tyrell.
He's from outside. He arrived on a ship that is a scientific mission looking for new life forms to exploit for the good of all mankind.
Yeah.
He's looking for samples of new creatures.
Yeah, Wayland Yutani loves the new life forms. They love to exploit them. I mean, legally distinct, not Wayland Yutani. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Wait, Yutani.
The ship is scientific exploratory mission. This is a frontier planet. This is far out, this is probably one of your last supply or resupply points before you head out further beyond. Next up we have Weird playing Martin, SC823 Mark II. So tell us about Martin and what is Martin? Yeah, what's the deal with Martin?
All right, so real quick. So does that mean we're all visiting, or can we still also be?
You can be a local. You can be. Okay. These are the people being conscripted to go into the tunnels. Yeah.
Yeah. This Martin is a local because he got left here by another crew. I'm sure it was totally an accident. They didn't abandon him on purpose. Martin SC823 Mark II, to be distinguished from the other Martin SC823. I'm playing someone else that has different stats. So genuine people personalities. He's from Serious Cybernetics Corporation. He's pleasing. Tries to be not pleasing. He's upbeat all the time, no matter how bad things are getting. I mean, still subject to sanity and fear checks, of course, but always friendly. Always not friendly, but always trying to be super polite and helpful.
Just doing his best, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's always but he does always know where his towel is because it's towel day.
All right. Very good. So how long have you been on the planet? How long ago were you abandoned?
8 months is a good
8 months. Okay. Yeah. The colony needs a lot of hands. They put you to work. You're definitely being kept busy.
I'm happy and upbeat about all of it.
Yeah. And next up we have Scribblykins playing Sinead Singh.
Indeed. Sinead Singh is another scientist. He's part of the crew of the Boomer, which is our science vessel.
Good point. Yeah.
He's for whatever weird reason, he's been hired to go on this particular dig site that's supposed to be out there somewhere. Details are very hush-hush, and he's a minor in archaeology, and weirdly that they wanted him, but he's also, skilled in sophontology. So, he's wondering why they're bringing him along, but it's all very hush-hush. So, but he doesn't even think the captain has been told about his mission, because otherwise why would he be sent out on this thing? But oh well.
Very good. And then finally we have Daniel playing Daryl. Please tell us about Daryl.
Yeah, so Daryl is a postdoc studying physics, specifically hyperspace, and he doesn't have like a cushy academic position because he's just a lowly postdoc. So he's what you have to do as a postdoc out here is just jump on these ships and study hyperphase just as the ship is flying here, there, and everywhere. So he's luckily he's a postdoc, so he doesn't fear death. So he's just out here, not quite enjoying things, but just hoping for it to be over. I assume he's at the bar right now drinking.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. So wait, you are from the vessel too?
I'm from the vessel too. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
All
Because gotta study those hyper jumps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of you, well, you were drinking at the bar when the colony security sort of came in and basically closed the bar. And yeah. Without saying too much. They were very hush hush. So that was last night, and this morning all of you get a call from let's see here, colony supervisor Zeb Plowman. Zeb is the supervisor, is basically the man in charge of this colony planet. So yeah, and he has made it clear this is not an optional mission. This briefing is not optional. So, so the three of you, the four of you, go to his office. These are all prefab buildings. Sendai 3 has atmosphere. It is mostly a rocky planet, but it has very large oceans that they generate enough oxygen that you don't need a mask, but it's sort of in the Goldilocks zone, just on the bare edges of that. And by that, I mean, it's like just at the right distance from a sun that is warm enough to support human life without being boiling. And now that there's an atmosphere, life can grow. So, but it's a pretty, all the oxygen's coming from algae seeded in the oceans. You know that. The scientists know. Martin, this colony was terraformed like over 200 years ago by automated systems, but this colony started 47 years ago, and so they're in the main colony is in these prefab buildings. They're only meant to be last a while, but like they just don't have the resources to build better, more permanent structures. So basically, think everything's basically a shipping container that was been modified, or there's kind of like prefab things you can just bring in. So think like green zone architecture, style that's overstayed its welcome. So you're let in into the main colony supervised build. There's a lot of people. It's a hub of activity, a lot of colony security, a lot of people looking worried, looking at charts and computers, talking in hushed tones. Everyone's clearly on edge. One of the colony security personnel leads you in, escorts you into the office, and Zeb, Supervisor Plowman is there to look at you. He's like, hello. I'll be brief. We have a problem, and everyone needs to contribute. The captain of the Boomer has authorized me. I've locked the ship in orbit. Well, I've put an order to keep the ship from leaving, prevented the ship from leaving because of this crisis. I don't know if any of you probably haven't heard yet, but word is spreading. Last night at the canteen, we found a tunnel in the basement, and it was dug upwards. And it is a purpose-built tunnel. It is not a natural tunnel, and we need to send people down there. We sent a drone in, but it quickly went offline. There is some sort of signal jamming going on in there. And we have since started scanning the area with more active seismic sensors and ground penetrating radar, and we've detected multiple other tunnels being dug upward in the area. It's hard to get exact schematics, but we're at a loss, and we need to find out what's going on. And you four, Martin, obviously you're already working for us, so and then you three are all expert scientists. You can go down there and assess what is happening, and report back. I can't let that ship leave if we have to potentially evacuate the planet or get aid. The Boomer does have a few weapons that can hit, or well, I don't know if they can really do much from up in orbit, but it's something. And at least they can get word out to send for help if need be. So, but we just don't know much else about it. We can provide you with a. Do any of you any firearms trainings? Are any of you comfortable with a weapon?
I'm very comfortable with a weapon.
Okay. I can provide. Let's see here. Two. Let's see here. Is it just revolvers? Do they have like a handgun? Revolver, scalpel, pistol. Yeah, I can provide two revolvers, and a stun baton, and a.
Don't you have a tranquilizer gun to sleep potential new creatures?
Yeah, and a tranq pistol. Yeah, so two revolvers, a stun baton, and a tranq pistol.
I can take the tranq pistol.
Okay.
That would make me feel more comfortable. But I have some questions, Mr. Zeb.
Yeah.
There seems to be some misunderstanding here. I do not think I should be part of this away team. Why are you sending strangers that you are not your own people down there? Have you sent someone already? Did they not return?
We have not sent anybody down yet, but we have. Well, the captain. I told the captain that I was going to keep his ship here. His ship can't legally leave without my permission in a crisis, which I have declared, obviously. And the captain was very upset with that. And I told him, well, until we resolve this, we can't. I can't let your ship leave. It's our only way, our only link to the outside universe. And the captain said, I told the captain if we could have some extra help, we could get by faster. And Captain volunteered your name.
Oh, that makes entirely too much sense. Okay, I understand now.
But look on the bright side. We can get samples of the new creatures first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure if there's going to be a lot of bright side down there, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
I am still somewhat worried if these things can bury through. What is it? Solid rock? Is it more like dirt?
It is a concrete tunnel with lighting.
Wait, it is an actual tunnel somebody has made with lights?
It appears to be, although the construction techniques look different. Here we have about 20 seconds of drone footage before the signal was jammed, and he pulls up a screen and shows it to you, and it shows a drone, shows the basement of the canteen with like kegs stacked up and cleaning supplies by a closet, and then like a tunnel that was dug up, and there's dirt or rock and dirt all around it, and it just there is a and it just drops. There's no ladder or anything, but the drone is one of those little quadcopter types that's being flown very slowly and deliberately, and it goes down, and you reveal this strange tunnel with lighting fixtures that sort of flicker, and everything just looks like right angles. It looks like concrete, but I mean, it's a different style, and the lighting looks different. It's very odd, but kind of familiar. Yeah, you can make a skill check if you want to try and figure something out by just looking at it.
Could I roll geology to think about how could it be built?
Yeah, you can roll geology. Yeah.
What
28, I
about
pass.
archaeology?
Well, hold on, one at a time. So geology. It looks. So what you can assess from that is the walls are being reinforced with looks like spray, shortcrete, like a spray type of concrete that seals quickly to sort of reinforce it, which is an older, but that's what you would guess. So it shows signs of excavation techniques, like machinery cutting through the rock. The angle ahead reveals stairs that so yeah, you would guess like mining equipment, but like very precise mining equipment or something that was used to not make too much noise to be detected from the surface. So it was done slowly and methodically over time. But yeah, it looks kind of human, but like you don't. Again, it doesn't look like you at this point, with your expert, you could tell like, oh, this is a Wayland built tunnel. This is a Tyrion Corporation tunnel. This is a U.S. Marine Corps military tunnel. Like your tunnels, but this is not any of those. So it's very weird. So someone wants to do archaeology?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I remember Martin's been here for a little while. So maybe, and it just archaeology just happens to be one of his interests. 28 makes under whatever. His archaeology is pretty high, so he makes it.
You make it. Okay. Those stairs are designed for humans, like they're human proportions. But there are like hooks on there or like modifications you would guess to allow heavy machinery to go up and down the stairs. So like it's a hallway and there's stairs going down to the left, and then the drone starts going forward and then it cuts out. That's the footage, by the way.
I'll make sure to point that out to everybody in a
But it's built to human, and the tunnel is built to human proportions, roughly. It's a little tall for a normal tunnel of this size, and a little narrow.
We could at least say humanoid.
Yeah.
So there was some kind of weird signal interference that dropped the drone?
Signal jamming. We preliminary analysis indicates just very strong brute force jamming. Once they picked up something transmitting down in their tunnels, they just blasted it with enough signal to drown it out.
Yeah.
Could a physics check figure out a little bit more about like how they jammed it or what they jammed it with?
You don't have access to that data. They want to send you down now. That would take time.
All right.
Do you have any sort of like? Let me think. What would be?
I have a question trying to come at this edgewise. What would be the driving force behind doing something like this? Psychology or even sophontology, understanding of how sophont beings think and what are their all that.
You can give me a roll.
This is clearly a long-term project that somebody is, and it was a heist, right, or something like it.
Well, yeah. Give me a roll. Sophontology would work.
All right, I have 58 there, and my skill would be 42 plus 20, so that's 62.
Mm-hmm. So you succeed.
Oh, I was kind of wondering if maybe.
Okay. So
maybe this lived there already.
You think to ask them, okay, have you detected anything on the surface in the within 100 miles, 100 clicks? And they say, no, we did another scan to see if this is someone. There's nothing. We're the only things on the surface. There's nothing. There's no heat sources. There's no power sources. This rock, and we started doing. We never had to worry about what was underneath it, so we don't really have We haven't really built up the infrastructure to detect power or heat sources below us. So, we've started picking up power and heat sources now that we're looking. And there's a lot of tunnels below us. There are a lot of them. And we don't know how far they go. We don't know. And we're not able to detect them. They go outside the city limits. But it almost looks like yeah, but we can't tell where their source is. We haven't been able to fully map out the network now that we know to look down there. So what occurs to you is like, yeah, this is someone whoever they are, they've been underground this entire time. Like this colony has been here for 47 years, right? Like,
But the terraforming happened before.
yes. You can pull that record up really quickly. Automated terraforming system sent 218 years ago to seed the oceans with algae, and automated systems to keep them running to basically get a self-sustaining population growing to algae and plankton, that kind of stuff that would generate an ecosystem and create oxygen. And over 150 years of that, and there was enough of an atmosphere to support human life.
Yeah, but was there enough oxygen being generated at any point before that people could live, say, in a hermetically sealed environment, say underground?
That's what they tell you. That's the information there. The first humans to set foot on this planet was 47 years ago. That's what.
The automated systems, whoever came with those, did not include humans. Was the entire mission automated?
Are you asking this to the supervisor?
Yes, like 200 years ago.
Those records are sealed. They contain proprietary technological data on our corporation's a very successful terraforming system. I cannot reveal that to outsiders without you without doing a background scan to make sure you're not a corporate spy, and then signing very extensive NDAs. We just don't have time for that. Oh yeah, you realize the supervisor is being a little, well, he actually you can give me another psychology check to see if he's being truthful or not.
All right. That's a 9.
He believes it, but now that you're asking these questions, he's like, you get the sense that he's going to start reading those records himself after you leave. Like, oh no, yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm going to ask him. Well, I am not the one who needs to, look into this on this level. You can do that on your own. I'm just raising the point here.
Okay. Well, yeah. What I do is not your problem. What your problem is you need to go in that tunnel and see what's going on.
Is there air in those tunnels when Quad goes?
Yes, there is.
So there could be a life there. Okay.
According to from what limited data we got from the drone, and we have detected air coming up from there. The concentration is a little different. If somebody wants to make an intellect or a chemistry check, they can look at the readings they have of the air coming up from the tunnel.
Pretty good at intellect.
Could I roll ecology to know what kind of life it will support?
Ecology would work, yeah.
God, we're so trained.
Yeah, you fucking scientists. I would hope so.
Okay,
well, I actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I succeeded on the roll.
Okay. What this indicates to you, it's breathable air. But the concentration of certain chemicals, trace elements in the atmosphere, and it is actually not too dissimilar to like a ship, a spaceship, especially one that's been set to a low power or hibernation mode, essentially, where the main you keep the air thin but breathable for people that are mostly in cryo chambers, and only one or a few people would be active outside of the cryo chambers at a time. But like with several hazardous or weird chemicals that you don't really understand why they're there. There's so it kind of like that, but like again, something's off. It's different. Yeah.
Are they harmful that we need already gas masks to go there?
No, I mean you don't want to be breathing it for a long periods of time, like not for years, but like a couple hours should be fine. But yeah, it's not like don't take deep breaths there.
Keyword should be.
Yeah,
It's just like, why are there pieces of asbestos in there? There shouldn't be that many parts per million.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just it's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. That kind of level. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just wear a face mask. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing to worry.
Yeah. Anything else you want to ask the supervisor?
Yes,
Well,
actually.
maybe for an air tank in case there's like pockets of bad air.
They can he sighs and says fine. And he gives each of you you'll each be given a precious air tank and mask that'll have like it's like 15 minutes of air. So yeah, don't breathe it all at once. Yeah.
We'll try not to.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And you've got great leadership skills, by the way. So I certainly would not second guess your decisions. I am curious though. You're sending us. We're like not even one. I mean, I'm not. I like to believe everyone will be nice and friendly, but there's always a chance that they won't be. So not even one combat trained person. Just okay. All right. That's how we're doing it. Okay.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I want to keep all my security personnel on the surface because there's more tunnels, and you are all good at figuring things out.
There you go. And also, sometimes I can be reassembled, so I might not die.
You said it, not me.
Great leader.
Yeah.
Now that's stressful thing to say.
Yeah. Everyone gain one stress. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's an excellent point. All of you realize the reason why you four are being sent down is because you're all expendable. Like you three are the three scientists are visitors, and Martin's an android who wasn't even assigned to this colony. So like he just you're all like you're the most cannon fodder of anyone on this planet. So
we really need to stop wearing red.
And also, you're all being sent down the same time because hopefully the idea maybe is that at least one of you can run away and get close enough to report back.
Well,
you're also given short range radio like comm sets, but they don't expect those to work. Unless you can find the jamming source and shut it down. Any other questions?
What was stolen?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Okay, then now I have to reassess my whole concept here. Why would they do this?
I mean,
my guess, this way.
My guess is it was some kind of dormant. I mean, really dormant, like suspended animation levels of dormant thing, and then eventually got stirred up by all the activity up here. We're weird that the terraforming didn't stir it up, and now that they've been stirred up, they're exploring the surface because who wouldn't?
Or they are preparing for invasion.
Or maybe it is something automated. If we are presuming that there's some kind of like dormant vessel, maybe there are some automated functions doing these things without input from a higher intelligence.
We
It's
can
not a
always
planet, it's spaceship.
Inside the planet? Well, it depends. Like, it could have been buried here at some point.
You're having this discussion in front of the supervisor. He's starting to look very look, gentlemen. I'm sure you could all theorize all day, but time the clock is ticking. You need to go. So he nods to the guard in the back, and he sort of like nods for all of you to follow him out of the building. So
Okay, who
yeah,
takes the revolvers and who takes the baton?
yeah,
I-
yeah. So one stun baton. Who's getting the stun baton?
I took the trank, so
I'll take
probably
something.
someone else.
I took a revolver, so you probably want someone stronger than me with the stun baton.
Okay, I'm getting the stun baton.
Okay, that leaves just
there anything
one. There's one more revolver. So
I guess I'll take a revolver.
all right, yeah, and you get a couple reloads worth. Yeah, and you all head out. You also all given flashlights because Jesus, you're just in case. Yeah, it's a rainy day. It is a rocky wasteland. This colony is obviously going to be a mining. It's actually this is actually they're not even expected to be profitable. They're still just building. Right now, they're building big grow tents, greenhouses essentially for hydroponics farming. They're not expected to eventually it's going to be a mining planet and a hub for the frontier. So this is going to be a big city with starports and civilization and shit. But right now, that's going to take another 10 years of work to set that up, another couple waves of colony ships. All of you head to the canteen, which is, of course, the most popular building in the colony. That's where the drinking, drugs, and gambling and other vices are indulged, which has been cleared out. And you can see some colonists sort of on the front porch, which has an overhang, looking very pissed, smoking and muttering amongst themselves as people are. The building's been locked out. The Marines are in force, and everyone looks unhappy and tense. And you can tell not everybody's been told what's going on because again, we found tunnels. What? Why? Why would what? Yeah, that's not like reassuring. So they want to be able to tell the people what it is before they.
I guess getting us in there is also a part of OPSEC.
Yeah. So if all of you get murdered, then they know there's something bad down there, and they can act. At least they, or if you make contact with whoever dug it, that's something. So
Well, I'm excited to be useful and be part of Team Canary.
yeah, exactly. Your Team Canary. So when you get there into the basement, you can see there's a team of Marines there. They have set up a sentry gun. They've also have rigged up a drone with cable, so they can a little bomb disposal bot. And so they are nice. The Marines are like, there's a corporal, Corporal Hicks is there, and he is like, we'll send the bomb bot in first to make sure the front corridor is clear. But it has a short range. But we put a couple of microphones. Here's a couple of microphones if you could put them up around the corner so we could hear around there, and a couple little extra cameras so we can kind of at least see you for a little bit. Once you go down there and you clear the way, then we can push down. Within reason. So we'll try and follow you, but supervisor orders are that you four go first, not us. And you can kind of tell Hicks is kind of pissed about that. He just wants to go in there and kick some doors in. But that's not the orders. They set up a ladder so you can climb.
Corporal Hicks, if you want to send one of your guys with us, I mean, we won't tell anybody.
Orders are to no Marine goes below until you've cleared the way, because you're the experts, you're scientists, right?
So think about it like this: you could have one of your Marines guarding our rear, so we're clearing the way.
We can't go until we get orders from the supervisor. Who's very clear he does not want to risk any of our lives until he knows what we're dealing with. But
we were told there were more tunnels, and
we're picking up signals around that. That's why we're not our entire security force is spread out all over the colony with sensors watching to see if anybody. None of the as far as we can tell, we searched every building's basement. And no other tunnel is breached to the surface. but they're all close to the surface, and we don't know how quickly they can dig. So whoever they are, they could breach in multiple locations at once if they wanted to, theoretically.
So from your military expertise, you would say this is a tactically fraught situation.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking fraught. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Well,
is
we are
my
going
stuff.
down into some kind of labyrinth. Are there any chalks or markers or anything we can bring with us so we can at least indicate to your team if they should follow that we went?
Yeah, here he
this
gives you
way?
some spray paint. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll be watching you at least as up to the first hallway and tunnel. Yeah. So, but we can't give you fire support until we get the okay from the supervisor. So, yeah, you all go down the ladder. It is a weird gray light, gray corridor. The lights buzz at a weird, barely audible frequency. It smells weird. Yeah, it does remind you a bit of like spaceships, like old spaceships. Yeah, that weird chemical smell from like stale air and chemicals that should have been cleaned away years ago. And yeah, so it's a straight shot, so you can grab the cameras and the microphone and take them to the first junction point, and there are stairs leading down, but there's also you can tell there's a so we'll just say you're on level 1. There's also the stairs leading down to level 2 straight ahead, but there's also to the left a hallway leading off, and there's a closed door. Yeah.
All right, just one thing real quick. I just want to mention I'm wearing the towel just in case that matters.
How are you wearing the towel?
I have all my regular clothes on, but over the clothes, I've got a towel tied around my waist.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's
and
fair.
it has a little embroidered thing in the somewhere in there that someone might have read at some point that says, "If you want to survive in this universe, you really got to know where your towel is."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a hallway with a to your left on level still on level 1, same level that you're on right now, with the double doors. They're closed, but you can see light under them. They're not like fully flush. So and then stairs leading straight down, going down to level 2. And you can't really see much. You don't really hear you again. There's this buzzing sound. What do you all thinking?
Can I scan with this light with cybernetic diagnostic scanner to check if it's like registered as human made?
What are you the one with the cybernetic scanner?
I'm two with the scanner, yes.
Yeah, you can let's see here. Go ahead. And go ahead and what equipment do you what skills do you have would be helpful? This would be just intellect. This is not really geology, zoology, ecology, or planetology. Yeah.
I rolled 20, so I pass.
Yeah, you actually are picking up a cybernetic power signal behind the doors. It's very faint. You're really pushing your scanner. It's only supposed to be used to like next to things, but you can pick up a faint cybernetic power source, like an internal battery, to the left.
I show the scan to the others. Wanna check it out?
Yeah, we should. I mean, we might as well, if they're worried about what's close to the surface, we want to get this done as fast as possible. Let's see what's behind that darn door. Maybe we could figure out what's digging these tunnels up and get back on the ship and leave.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a double set of doors. They're wide. You can. The tunnel is wide enough for 2 people to go side by side. So how are you opening the door? Like, is one person just going to slightly push it open? You just kick it open, rush in. What's the plan?
I could be in front if you want.
and that would be very much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
So Martin's going up front to push open the door. Where is everyone else behind him, or are you going to be like hiding around the corner?
I'm gonna be behind him with the stun baton because I don't have anything ranged.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna be behind Martin and with my gun that I totally know how to use really great out in my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to be right behind Martin, then I suppose. Just...
all right, so you all line up. You're all just stacked up on Martin. Your fucking SWAT team here.
Yeah.
Fucking rainbow
also,
sticks.
I do also have a revolver, although I'm not making. I mean, I'm holding, but I'm not making any attempt to aim it at
So
anything.
Martin, you can see the doors are not locked. They're just like they're on hinges, but they're very low tech actually. And you could just push them open, or so are you trying to stealthily push in just enough to peek in, or are you gonna just slam it open and try and catch them by surprise, or are you just gonna open it normally? It's like a normal door.
I try stealth open. I mean, I don't know.
All right, that is a speed check.
Yeah, that's not great. I've got one good stat. It's none of the ones that were going to help us in combat, but that's fun.
Okay.
Right, second. Dice roll thing. Nope, wrong. Apparently, it doesn't work if it's capitalized.
Nope.
All right, that's a stress. And yeah, you push it out. You try and push it open, but it squeaks. And you go in there and you can see a room. It's stacked up with equipment, that or boxes of stuff and machinery. It looks weird and different. You don't recognize any of it, except but there are two figures in there, and they're both tall. They're actually very thin. Actually it's slightly smaller than adult human size. I'll say like 5'6", something like that. But they have weird masks on, and goggles, and they have obvious odd cybernetic implants on them, and they both jerk. Their heads move, they kind of snap at you, and they start speaking. They say something in a language. I don't suppose is there a linguistic skill?
Yes,
There is a
me.
linguistic skill. It gives
All right,
plus-
yeah, give me linguistics.
Hooray.
I also have linguistics. I would also like to try.
51 is a success for me, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
think
And
I
you
also-
recognize the phrase. Okay, with a successful linguistics check, this is a archaic way to say halt intruders. Like this is something you would read about in like classical literature. This is like someone speaking like the equivalent of like Shakespeare in English today. Like
how far back are we saying? Like 200 years?
Yeah. That would be, but like different, like not even like Shakespearean English, like a weird dialect of Shakespearean English. Like it's but you made your linguistics check, so yeah, you fucking recognize it. Anyways, both of them have weird things that they're holding in their hands, and they're beginning to raise them up at you, Martin. So
yeah, I drop what I was holding slowly-ish and hold my hands up and say that they're asking us to halt.
I can say the same. I'll lower my trank gun, see if they actually respond to that.
Okay. One of them is covering you with a again this big unwieldy chunky like vaguely weapon shaped. I'll say yeah, you can all that thing's a gun. You don't know what it does exactly, but that fucking thing is being held and carried like a gun. And the other one is going forward towards Martin. So that's what the front two. What about the other two of you? Are either of you going to resist, or are you going to let yourselves be captured by these figures in these gray? They're covered in dust too, by the way. Like they clearly are some of the excavators. And they're very pale. Yeah.
I'm gonna let them arrest me.
So all of you are going to be arrested. Okay. Was anybody running away or fighting back?
I am trying to communicate with them to see if there's any other response.
They're clearly moving to detain, like grab your weapons and secure you as prisoners.
I don't want to be grabbed as a prisoner. If they try to take my weapon, I'm going to shoot one.
What are you armed with?
I am armed with a revolver.
Okay. And where were you in line?
I was right near the front.
Okay, so you're right behind. All right, so here's how it's gonna go. Martin holds his hands up, drops you had the stun baton, right, Martin? Or what did you have? You had a revolver. So you drop your revolver to the ground. The first of the two figures, the back one is covering all four of you. Let's see here. Martin's being held up. The first one is going forward, reaching up. He has a different kind of device. It looks weird. He grabs Martin and is moving to tie his hands up. He does have some sort of like a cable, steel chain, and
I start humming some dumb kid song about can't we all just get along.
They're ignoring it. So he does that to Martin, and then he moves to who's second in line again?
Shinid.
Yeah. So
I had stun baton, so maybe I could be also there. Like,
Singh, are you going to resist, or are you going to let him grab your weapon?
I mean, I've been trying to talk to him with a lowered trank gun the whole time. So like, please do it. Basically trying the equivalent of Latin, to get contact with them.
If they understand you, they're not like listening to you. Like
psychology. Is this weird?
Yeah.
99. It's super weird. I shoot him.
Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a critical failure. So that
if it's more funny though, I think. No.
It's very good. So it's critical failure. So you gain a stress, and you have to make a panic check.
All right. Well, how do I do that again?
That's a D20, and attempt to roll greater than your current stress,
which is now 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
So then you're fine. Now, scientist, what happens? What was their thing? Scientist.
Whenever you fail a sanity save.
Okay. Yeah,
but I didn't fail it.
Okay, yeah. So, critical failure. That happens. You can still act normally though. So you don't understand why they're doing this or how they're acting at all.
But I'm wigging out because I'm gaining stress. So the moment he's like trying to reach for the gun that I lowered, I'll just raise it and shoot him with the trank.
Okay. I'll give you an ambush action for that. So go ahead and roll. I'll give you advantage on this because you're at point blank range. What weapon do you have?
Trank gun.
Trank gun. Yeah. He is wearing some kind of suit. So yeah.
I mean, just press it into the suit and hope it goes through.
Yeah, you get advantage.
So that's 40, 13 under 38, I guess, if it's combat.
Okay, so we'll do this first. 13. All right, roll damage. You need to. How much armor did I give them? I think
what is a trank gun's damage?
1d5.
5.
All right, so that penetrates his little suit. And then they get a body save, and if they fail the body save, they're unconscious because they are close enough to human to do that. So let's see here: 1d100, 29, and what did I give him? They have an instinct of 35, so he does make his body save. So he is not tranked, but he does take damage. And now we'll start combat. And so everyone, in order to go first, you need to make a speed check. Otherwise, let's see here.
Is this one of the ones where you fail, you get in stress?
Oh yeah, you always get stressed with a failed roll. So you can just choose not to make it a check and just go last. Yeah.
I get to go last and gain stress because I rolled a 90 on my speed check. So
I also failed mine.
I'll just roll. Oh, 5.
Okay.
I succeeded.
All right. Did anyone else succeed?
Weird, maybe?
Weird. Did you succeed?
Hello?
Weird, you muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. I did actually succeed.
Okay. So Weird and so Martin and Sinead go first. So Sinead, you can just shoot again since your dart gun has like multiple shots, so you can just fire again. Still,
Oh,
with
lovely.
advantage. Yeah.
Oh, really lovely. I'll just do that.
Yeah.
16, yes.
All right, 16. Yep. You're just shooting them up with darts.
Another 5.
Yeah, he's. All right, he crit fails. All right, he passes out. You can see he just like he just ragdolls like just almost instantly. You hit a fucking like artery or something, just pumped it straight into his veins, and he just ODs on trank. So he's down. So there's only one figure left. Let's see here, Martin. What do you want to do? But he does have that big weird gun that was pointed at all of you, so he's definitely going to go after you.
My combat is 24. I mean,
Yeah.
What I would want to do, if it were possible at all, would be grab my weapon and then get to cover if there is any, and then shoot. But I don't think I can actually do all of that. So,
What is your really good check?
is there cover that I could get to?
Oh yeah, if you rush forward in the room, there's like I said, there's boxes of stuff, there's crates, there's equipment here. You could dive into the room off to the side, and you would be behind solid cover.
Could I try maybe like a speed check to do that, but also get my gun as I run by, or not?
Yeah. If you make your speed check, you scoop up your gun and get to cover.
I'm not good at it, but I'll try
Wasn't
it.
Martin handcuffed by the guy?
Yeah, he did secure you. So
Okay, yeah, I did not make that roll.
Or yeah, so yeah, you trip and you fall, so you take a stress and you're still invisible, so he can shoot at you if he wants to. But yeah, you're handcuffed and or your ropes, your hands have been tied, and you're unarmed. So guess what? You're not going to get shot at. So you got that going for you.
I know who's going to get shot at.
Yeah, guess who's going to get shot? Yeah. So he fires the weird gun at you, and that misses. A large metal bolt slams into the wall by your head, and you can hear all of you is still in that hallway. Everybody except Martin can hear a hissing sound coming from it. So yeah. Let's see here. Then I guess we'll do Tyrell. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run to him with the stun baton.
Okay, give me a speed check. There's a lot of to run in this obstacle to him. If you make it, you can then hit him this round. Otherwise, you can hit him next round.
17. I pass.
All right, so you jump over Martin's legs, over a crate, and give me a combat check. I'll give you advantage on this. You charged him.
Okay, I should
one
roll
more.
2. Yep. Okay, 12. I hit.
Okay, let's see here. Roll
D5.
damage. 5. All right, yeah.
No, D5. I'm not rolling yet.
Yeah, D5. Yeah, 1D5. Yeah. He does have 1 point of armor, so if you roll 1, it's just his armor's going to take it, and he won't have to make a body save.
2 damage.
2 damage. All right, he has to make a body save. 93. He fails. So he drops to the ground. And let's see here. Then I think the only person left is Daryl.
Yes. So the guy who dropped to the ground with the big gun, like how dropped to the ground? Is he unconscious or is he just like
he
down?
fell to the ground? He was wearing a suit. You can't really tell from here.
Okay, I guess can I still see him? Like I'll try to shoot him. Like I'm not above.
Not
that.
really. He's on the ground now. There's a bunch of boxes and stuff in the room.
Right.
You don't
Grab those chains. Secure him.
There is a spike that's hissing in the wall next to your head. So
Ooh.
A spike that's hissing. Oh,
the thing that was shot at Singh. Yeah.
Could I do some sort of intellect check to figure out what?
Yeah, if you have any kind of engineering or anything like that.
Would you take mathematics?
No.
Okay. Would you take physics?
No.
Then straight up intellect.
Yep.
All right. 31. I get it.
Oh, that's an explosive that's about to detonate.
All right. I make a speed check to get as far away as possible, as fast as possible.
Yep. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll.
All right. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're still, you hope you get some distance away. You hope it's not going to be you're out of the blast radius. But yeah, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, and I do call out to everyone saying it's going to explode.
So Sinead, you're right next to it. It was right next to your head. So you really need to make a speed check.
Oh, okay. I don't.
All right. Let's see here. Where'd he go? Uncross a grenade. Yeah, there it is. Frag grenade. Yeah. Yeah, that's 22 damage.
-1 for my standard crew attire.
Yeah, 21. The grenade detonates. Let's see here. Martin was in the room. Also, Tyrell was in the room, so they're out of the blast radius. Daryl, you can give me one more speed check as your action. If you fail, you'll take half damage, 11. So
sure. All right. Let's see. I succeeded somehow.
Okay. So you die. You're just continuing to scramble away, and you just barely get outside of the blast radius. You gain 1 stress though, yeah. So 21 damage.
I take a wound.
Yes, you do. So roll a d10 for your wound.
That's a 1.
All right, let's find it. Explosives. Awesome scar, +1 minimum stress. So yeah, your minimum stress goes up, but yeah, you get a cool scar from it, and but other than that, you're fine.
What does minimum stress mean now again?
On your character sheet, like your minimum stress normally was 2.
Yeah.
Now it's 3, so it can never go lower than 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. But yeah, that could have gone worse. I'm at 19 health now on my remaining wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you've captured both of them alive.
My head. I'm bleeding.
Yeah, Tyrell, you can tie up the other guy before he has any, get the bolt gun away from him.
I'm gonna tie him. Then I'm gonna pick the bolt gun.
Yeah, it's a you can tell it's a modified, like it's a this is like a mining tool that's been repurposed into a general purpose thing, like to launch spikes into rock to then blow it up with a stick of dynamite, essentially, or an explosive charge. But it's a design you've never seen. You're not none of you are like actually no, you have geologists and planetologists. So yeah, it's like a mining tool that, like a very old mining tool that's been modified and like gone through a different design evolution is the only way you can put it. And to be a multi-purpose like mining tool / combat weapon. So slow, chunky, but very, very dangerous in close quarters combat. Like it probably doesn't have a very long effective range, but like, yeah, even if you don't get impaled with it, you're still going to be hit with the explosion. So pretty nasty. And the other guy had a strange, also kind of like some sort of, it looks more like a vacuum, like a nozzle instead of like a barrel. And it's attached to like a large like container. So yeah, someone can give me an intellect check with something about military training, weapons, technology, engineering.
Self-oncology?
No.
No, I guess that's more intelligent.
Industrial equipment, mechanical repair.
I
Yeah.
can either do just a straight intellect check or
All right.
jury rigging.
Jury rigging. I'll allow that. So yeah, make a jury rigging check.
Well, it probably made it. If it makes it when it's equal to the number, then it made it.
Yes, it does
Okay.
make it. Yeah, you realize one mining thing is actually to spray. They have dust sprayers in mining, which is to spray inert dust in case you're like digging up coal or something, right? Or something you're afraid could detonate or
Dust is
radiate.
very problematic. And
Yeah. So this has been modified to spray dust. Yeah. Yeah.
Dust?
you can, like, spray it down so it doesn't stay in the air.
Well, that's what it was designed from. You don't know the payload because you'd have to
Okay.
open it up or spray it to see what the payload is.
Pull
But
the
that's
trigger.
what it was built from. Does that make sense?
Tempting
Yeah.
to spray it on something.
Um.
Maybe a wall that we don't care about. Just a little bit.
Well,
Off in the corner.
yeah. You realize you made your check, so you know there's no like just spray a little. It's gonna fucking saturate a room. This is like
not
a
right
big
now.
industrial like weapon tool.
Maybe we shouldn't mess
Maybe
too
later.
much.
Well, we'll wait till we find a room we don't need, and then we'll spray that.
Were the guys wearing gas masks?
Yeah, they had masks and goggles on, like
so
filter respirator masks. Yeah.
Yeah, so I say if they have masks, maybe we don't want to spray that anywhere we can breathe it in. Maybe.
I thought we have masks too, right? Or not? Or no? I think
We
it's-
have-
You have like emergency,
Oh, I
like
see.
yeah, you
Right.
can have like cheap little filter masks.
Yeah, we have maybe not dye masks. Yeah.
Yeah, you also don't have like really good goggles or anything. Yeah, you're definitely under equipped for this.
Are there any like obvious computer terminals in the room? Anything that like I could like try to look in and see like
not in this room. By looking around, the four of you can kind of realize this is a staging like storage room. This is like a place where they put equipment to repurpose and like set up like war is logistics, right? Like this is like a forward operating like
what about the battery signals coming from this room? I thought that's what I thought there was some sort of signal coming.
Yeah, both of these figures have obvious cybernetic implants like built into their spines.
Let us figure out what those are for one.
Okay.
Ross, I'd like to verify that while they're tied up here that they show up on a bioscanner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody have biology or medicine?
I have zoology. Would it work?
Yeah. Yeah, you can give me a zoology check. Sure.
So part of what I like about the Android is they have that high intellect score. So if we have to, I can kind of brute force any of the
I
intellect
failed
checks,
that one.
probably.
All right, that's a stress. The fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, it's not great.
It's not an animal.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Who had the did you also have the cybernetic scanner?
Yep, I have.
All right.
I have a cybernetic scanner.
Okay. All right, Sinead, you can make a check as well.
Intellect?
Yeah, do you have anything to analyze living beings?
So no, I just have self-ontology, psychology, linguistics, and archaeology.
Okay. Yeah, you can just intellect. Yeah.
22.
Ooh.
Critical.
All right. Give me a sanity save.
Yeah, lovely.
And so it begins.
94.
All right.
Point for stress for
Um,
everybody.
Everyone gains stress. Everyone gains one stress.
God.
You gain a stress and make a panic save or make a panic check.
Me?
Yep.
All right, 1d10.
20.
1d20. I'm fine.
Okay. So your heart sinks to your stomach as you like realize these are cloned humans. This is like genetically engineered cloned humans that have been here their entire life, and they are being like they're not
Mass produced.
Well, they're not even mass produced. The cybernetic implants are like biological control implants. They're organic drones, and yeah, like part of their brain has been removed and replaced with computers. Like these are organic drones, essentially like 40K servitors. This is technology that is so vile. Even the corporations won't do that because they know if they start implementing this kind of thing, they would face mass revolts and like
Because it's happened already.
yeah, well, this was like stuff that would have been yeah, this is like also no one's really developed it in it. There's not really a market. They can just make androids now. Androids, you don't need these kind of to do these kind of things if you can make androids. Like androids are just superior in every way. You can tell that they're androids, you know, like their androids are far more functional than this. This is a brute force thing with older like taking older technology and improving it, but also not giving a shit about humanity. Yeah, they are getting a clear signal from a nearby room. They're being remote controlled or like ordered, not operated. Like they have some agency, but they're basically, you know, they get someone is wirelessly sending them signals to do this, do that, and monitoring their feeds to see what they're doing. Yeah, these yeah.
I rant about this basically. My God, this is terrible. This, and that's why everyone is losing their shit.
Yeah, no one's having a good time about this. Yeah,
We need to get this back to and disable the cybernetics.
yeah.
We cannot be monitored anymore. They know we did this. They know we attacked them. They know we took them out.
I give him his scalpel. Dig up the cybernetics.
Yeah, you can rip out their wireless things so they can't send or receive signals anymore.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
So do you do that?
Yeah.
All right, so you do it to the first one, and he starts having a seizure.
Yeah, I expected as much.
Yeah, and then he flatlines.
Wow, I didn't think we were gonna get to murder this fast.
Yeah, everyone gains a stress. Like that's pretty fucking gruesome. He starts bleeding from the eyes and the mouth. He starts seizing. He starts foaming at the mouth. Like this is a bad death. Yeah.
Now I feel bad for suggesting that.
Yeah. There's the second one. Are you going to do it again?
If we had any kind of training in doing it without, killing the subject, maybe, but I don't.
Yeah, you would guess with that reaction that they actually, like the body has like part of your brain is just doing automated things like breathing and pumping the heart and stuff like that.
Some of those have been replaced with cybernetics, have they?
Yeah, well, some of those commands are now being sent wirelessly. So, yeah, cool.
There's a good news then for weapon developments. If we can put up our own jammers, they won't be able to breathe, I think.
Yeah, if we can jam that signal.
Time for genocide.
So
I think we should go back to Corporal Hicks and inform him there is a very clear and present danger underneath who has no regard for human life.
Yeah, maybe let's bring this other one that we haven't, slaughtered.
But remember the whole surveillance aspect. They know where this one is.
I mean, I don't want to nitpick, but we did shoot first.
I shot with a drag gun. They were trying to restrain us, and they clearly have no regard for human life.
Are you sure? Well, okay, from the drones, you're probably right, but still.
That was my argument. No sane society would do this.
Here, I'm gonna get some water, so I'll be right back. So you can talk amongst yourselves or get something else. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Also, they shot a grenade at us.
Well, it was a weapon that was also a grenade. Yes, and that's probably their main weapon. That's after the shooting started, right? So they could call it self-defense.
Look, I am still bleeding. I am not kindly disposed towards whatever intelligence is running this show.
Let's call force for resisting arrest. That's overkill.
I'm happy to die for the greater good if necessary. I spend way too much time thinking about it. But I want to make sure it's actually for a good cause or whatever. And we don't really know what we're blundering into here. We've seen two of these weirdly modified drone people from 200 years ago, and we killed one. We got another one as a hostage, I guess. And that's the scenario. I do think it would make sense to, if we can, to advise the corporate what's going on, because I have a feeling if we go deeper, we may never come back anyway. So I do think it makes sense for us to go back as a group briefly, back to where comms work, the camera there, and say, hi, how things going? And just explain to them, here's what we found so far. It's real weird. And then maybe we can continue after that. And then that might convince them to send someone with us. Although, I mean, you guys did really great there. Congratulations. But I still think a real soldier would have a better chance, since we've already decided to kill them, apparently.
I mean, if they really wanted to be nice to us, they could have sent sent the guys on the surface an email. I mean,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not like that was pretty nasty how that person died just there, but I don't think they're going to be all that nice to us. Truthfully,
not now. I mean, they probably they know we cut off one of their drones.
Wait.
They're probably
Did
gonna know
this,
about what's
did
going
this
on.
room look to you like emissary room or a staging area for invasion?
I mean,
So
we don't know the situation.
while you're all talking, all of you can hear a sound coming from behind you, where the stairs were.
I'm
So,
going to start running. Let's go.
so you're the first to see it then, Sing.
We're running towards it or away from it.
Yeah, you're running towards the source of the sound. There is, it's hard to describe. You just see metal and this thing coming up the stairs, lumbering, trundling forward, like moving like it's some sort of mech, but like a tunnel excavating mech, human size, with like drills and it kind of it's already like, if you want to get by it back to the ladder, you would be in melee range with it. And it has a big nasty drill that it is spinning on a robot arm that is like a very fast arm that is already spinning around and sort of like in a jerky motion. And it has several lights up that are like flashing in your eyes. So yeah, it is. So if you want to make a speed check with disadvantage, you can try and get by it.
I am not going to do that. I'm going to back away screaming, get the grenade gun, shoot the thing.
All right. Yeah, you back up. It turns around to block off the entrance. And everyone roll speed to go before the thing does.
You have to scream, get its attention.
failed my speed.
Okay.
Failed my speed.
Okay. Don't forget your mark stress.
Oh, yeah.
It must be.
Your speed, okay.
I actually passed my speed.
All right, Terrell, you're up first. What do you want to do?
I'm the one that picked up the gun with the grenades, so I'm gonna shoot it into it.
All right, first give me an intellect check. Do you need to like fucking like pull
How the fuck this works?
Yeah, how the fuck does this work? That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, if you had
Oh,
military
crit fail.
yeah.
Critical success. I have 55. Hey,
Oh shit. All
Oh,
right.
shit.
Nice.
Yeah, you're ready to
Roll
rock
from
and
the
roll. Roll with advantage on your combat check.
I have 31 combat, so 70 pass it.
17 does pass. All right. Yeah, the go ahead and roll 1d10 now.
It's 5.
All right. So the that damage is absorbed by the armor. It has 5 armor left. So the bolt does not penetrate. It bounces off its armor plating, or it leaves a sizable dent in its armor plating, to be fair, and then falls to the ground. So it's going to
cover.
so it's going to go next, and it knows what that fucking thing is. So it has multiple arms, and it's going to spend its action to pick up the bolt and throw it towards all of you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And let's see here. It barely fails its check. So it does throw it, but it's still in its blast range. So it's actually it kind of throws it a foot and like realizes that it's done that. So it starts backing up, going, reversing a bit. So it's backing away. It goes down the stairs a bit. Actually, it was going to do that anyway because it's a fucking explosive. You throw it away and get as far away as it can. So it does that sort of one motion, but it doesn't throw it very far. So it's basically the explosion. The bolt is at the intersection between the stairs and the hallway, the hallways. So the if you want to make a speed check, you can run past it and get to the ladder. But don't fail. So the rest of you can act now. Let's see here. We'll just go down the line. So Martin, you're next.
Are we currently in range of the camera that was...
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Jesus, I totally forgot, but there's another exit out of the storage room. It leads, there's another doorway on the same level leading to the south. So it's running parallel to the first hallway. Yeah. And the door and the passageway is open there. It's just a hallway. You can't see. You haven't looked too far down it. Sorry, but yeah, there is another way. If you don't want to, if you just want to go further into the tunnels. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed real quick. How was it? How was the excavation unit able to come in between us and the way back out?
Because it was remember there's stairs leading down to the second floor.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
and you all stayed on the first floor to go to the storage room, and you didn't go down the stairs. It came up from the stairs.
Yeah.
That's why Shinid was running, because we're getting flanked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So from where we're at, we're not in range of the camera anymore.
You're at the intersection. They can see down into the room, but it can't see in the room. So if you're in the room, it can't see you. But if you're in the hallway leading to the storage room, it can see you. So it's all the thing. Actually, yeah, it probably destroyed the camera though. The mining unit saw that. So yeah, that the little cameras and mics are fucked at the intersection. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How far away is it right now?
How far is the what?
The excavation unit. How far away is it?
It just went out of sight down the stairs.
Yeah. Okay, so it went back downstairs?
Yeah, to get away from the explosive.
Oh yeah, right. Has the explosive happened yet?
The explosive's right at the intersection. He failed his throw check.
Has the explosive exploded yet?
No, it's going to explode probably at the top of the next round.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, okay. I'd like to take cover, but like to go in the direction away from the explosion and just take cover right behind the nearest, wherever.
Yeah, the room, you can go into the storage room and be like way outside of the explosion area.
Okay. Check the other door.
Yeah, anyone in the storage room is safe from the explosion. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just hang out there for a moment and see what to do next.
Okay. Yeah, so that's you're just kind of like waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sing, you went first, right? Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. So then it's your turn.
Okay, I run back into the storage room because there's a grenade in the corridor I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do that. That's your action. Daryl, what do you want to do?
Am I close enough that the other exit to the storage room? Like, I don't want to be anywhere near this like mech thing, and I just want to kind of leave. Can I go out the other exit and hope for the best?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you go down. You start going down the hallway. So you're pressing further into the tunnel.
Yep.
So top of round 2, the explosion goes off. You don't see what it does to the mech, yeah, actually, it's all's quiet. So Daryl, you start going forward a bit, and you can see the hallway is very long, and you can see up ahead there it goes. There's doors that lead into a room straight ahead, but also it goes off to the right. There's a hallway leading off to the right, and you can't see past it. And you can see also sort of in the middle of the hallway, there was a staging area that looks like they were ready to tunnel upward. But like they have like set up a ladder and like have marked off some things on the ceiling that they were preparing to start digging up straight up back towards the surface in the middle of that hallway. But
what's immediately above that?
you don't know the layout of the colony very well.
Okay.
You are a couple hundred feet, probably 1,000 feet from the basement. Not 1,000 feet, but like a few hundred feet from the basement. So like it would be a nearby building. Probably you would get you don't know the layout. So
sure.
So yeah, combat stops for now. But yeah, are you pressing forward in the hallway, or are you going to just stay near the storage room?
I think I'm pressing. I'm going to call him. I'm saying I want to get away from that thing. I'm going forward. So it's not a great decision, but hey, he's So
okay. So
I want to go to the doorway.
So straight ahead. Okay.
Yes.
So you start walking. Are you sneaking the hallway, or are you going to just run? Or are you going to be walking normally?
Run with gun out in front of me.
Okay. So you're running. Since you're running, you can get to the doorway pretty quickly. But like when you glance down the sideway corridor that leads off to the right, and you can see there are two staircases. And another door on the side on that right corridor. So sorry, but yeah, you get to the door, but you can't open it this round, but that'll be it. So we'll just go back left to right because let's see here. Tyrell, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna follow Daryl.
Okay. By the way, your bolt gun has 2 rounds left. With your crit, you know how to check the magazine. And you don't see any on either of the drones, cyber drones, I'll just call them. Clone drones. Yeah, it's cyber drones. So the cyber drones, you can see that each one, you don't see any other magazines on them. He probably wasn't prepared for a fight. There's probably more ammo in this room, but you have to search the crates, and they're all marked very weirdly, and like their whole organization is strange to you. So it would take time to find more ammo. So you have 2 more shots left.
Could I find more shots for him because I have linguistics?
Yeah, I mean that would take you time still, but you'd probably be able to better with a successful check. But it would take you a couple rounds.
And like, if this mech is gonna come for you, well.
Yeah. So Tyrell, you're going after Daryl. So are you're also running?
No, I'm gonna go with speed and look behind if this mech is not gonna follow us.
Okay, so you're watching your back. Okay, that's fair. Martin, what about you?
Oh, right, the next round. So the explosion happened. How's the corridor looking where the explosion had previously been?
There's a bunch of dust kicked up. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah.
Well, I will walk. My idea is to maybe try to get back to level 2. I know something else is probably going to happen, like the robot.
Well, level 2 is down. You're on level 1 right now.
Level 0.
Level 0.
I want to go back that direction. I'm not actually trying to run away. I'm trying to get a status update from them. Maybe convince them to send a couple of soldiers down. Things like that.
Okay.
Probably not going to happen that way.
Yeah. Well, do you want to try and sneak or run back to the ladder?
Okay, I guess one of those is better. Like, so there's lots of possibilities for you to be seen, is what you're saying?
The thing is, you don't know where the mech is. You don't see it, but there's a lot of dust up in the air because of the explosion, right? And it could be it could have retreated all the way down the stairs, or it could just be on the stairs, just out of sight. You don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's like one a combat check and one a speed check.
Either way, it's going to be a speed check to sneak or to run. But like,
I guess sneak is more my mood. It's not going to work, but is there anything I could do to get like a plus on it? I don't know. Sneak really slowly. Anyway,
you presumably one would be that is why you were sneaking, is that you were going
it's
slowly.
Cool. Maybe about it worked. I got 32 under 34.
Okay, so you are sneaking.
Sneak, yeah.
Okay, you can give me an intellect check to see if you detect anything as you're approaching the intersection.
All right. 33 under 61, so crit success.
Yeah,
Oh.
you hear a low mechanical whirring sound, and you realize that the mech is just out of sight,
Yeah.
waiting at the stairs to attack anybody that tries to retreat.
Does anybody have more grenades?
Well, Tyrell fucking ran out. Like, he ran away, and he's the one with the explosive gun. So you can back away, or you could just say "fuck it" and run.
Or you
Okay.
could try this
All right.
industrial gun, the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, does he have time to do all of this?
Dude, okay.
Oh, well, yeah, that's all you can do this round. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, well, yeah,
Sting, what do you want to do?
Well,
you snuck forward a little bit, Martin. You're sort of like in the hallway outside the storage room, but you're not too far away from the storage room. Anyways, Sting.
I'm being torn in half by the guy who tries to sneak away, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And the two guys with the gun running away. So I'm just like, God damn it. And then I'll run with the humans because, you know, the humans hang together.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah. Just let the android do whatever he wants. Okay. All right. So it sounds like all the scientists are stacking up on the door in the hallway beyond the storage room.
Are you sure we shouldn't get more grenades?
Well, you can spin this round to search the room if you want, Sing, and find.
I have to get to the others and ask them because I don't want to be there on my own.
Okay, all right. So you're safety numbers, sure. All right, so new round. We'll deal with Martin first because I want to see how this happens. Well, this works. So Martin, you're in the hallway outside the storage room.
Yeah.
Near the intersection, you could hear the mech is there, just lurking, waiting for someone to try to get to the ladder. And you think it hasn't noticed you yet because it is
how okay. So all right. So there's many times where it's difficult to know what to do because I can't really see exactly what it looks like. But so the ladder. We're on level 1. There's a level 2 below, and the ladder just keeps on going, kind of unobstructed all the way down, right?
Okay, so the intersection you're at, think of like a capital L, right? Okay. The ladder's at the top of the L. The intersection, you know, the other end of the L, the bottom of the L, terminates at the storage room. But the intersection, you know, where the long stem and the short stem meet, like imagine the stairs continue on past like the intersection, and then the hallway off to the left would go to the storage room. Does that make sense?
Sorta. So is it stairs or a ladder?
Well, the ladder leads up, the stairs lead down, and the stair
0 to 1 ladder, 1 to 2 stairs.
The top of the L is the ladder leading back to the basement where you started. The bottom of the L has the stairs leading down.
Oh, the second floor. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
With the mech.
Okay, well then in that case, I mean, and then I think where I'm at, I'm pretty sure that
you're on the short stem of the L, near the intersection.
Sure the mech is just off to my left.
Yeah, it would be to your left, like down. Yeah, just beyond. Yeah, just out of sight.
Yeah. So, I have a tennis ball. The problem is all my stats suck. So I'm trying to think of any way to throw it with a +10, but I can't think of anything. My idea is, what if I throw the tennis ball like, you know, the opposite direction as a distraction for the mech?
There's no opposite direction.
One side of the stair.
Down the stairs.
Okay. You'd have to hook it to the left. You don't have like a straight shot. You're at 90 degree. You're like, you're.
So I would have to come. I mean, I would have to come up to the intersection and then like
if you come to the intersection, he can see you. He's lingering on the stairs.
Okay. Well, as close as I can get, and try to bounce it underneath him. It's pretty risky. I guess if I do that, I have to be ready to run anyway. I've also got a leash, although I'm not sure how long it is. No, a leash isn't gonna do anything. Yeah, it's a stupid
risk
idea.
it to get the biscuit.
It's a stupid idea. I'd like to try it anyway. I'd like to try to throw a tennis ball such that it bounces around behind the mech, hopefully causing it to attract the tennis ball behind it, and then I would run the other. I'm trying to create a distraction with the tennis ball. If it worked, I would then run towards the ladder.
So let's
Probably
see.
not
If
going
I
to
can,
work though.
yeah. Okay. All right. Here. Let me try to visualize this more. It sounds like you're struggling about this. All right. So, all right. So there's the L. Ladder is here. Do you see that?
Yep. Yeah. It's showing.
Here. Yeah. There is the storage room. ST. You are here, and then there is a So yeah, hallway, and then yeah. And yeah, this is the stairs leading down. So like, let me see if I can erase that. Ugh. Yeah, mark that out. Anyways, yeah. So you're here. If you throw the tennis ball down the stairs, it can see you. It's right here, just out of sight. If you want to get up the ladder, like there's no, how would throwing the tennis ball distract him? Like he's just, I don't understand how that would work.
Well, okay, so if I was super good at this, which I'm not, but if I was super good, angle of incidence equals angle of reflection. If I'm standing right where if the X can move up the tiniest bit, you can maybe manage to throw.
You're the X.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Me.
Yeah.
If the X can move up even the tiniest bit without being seen, there's at least a chance it can. Yeah, like you were saying, bounce a shot off of the edge of the wall. You know, it's a complicated thing. We can skip it.
The thing is that whatever's in the mech, it's human intelligence. If it's not going to be it's like, oh, moving object, I'm going to look the other way. Like it's not like it's smart enough to know someone through it, and he knows you all are out there. So like he's not going to be tricked by it. So yeah,
right.
You can run past it, be faster than the mining drill, and get up the ladder. But there's no way to really sneak without someone like if there was a distraction behind him.
Okay, different idea. When I was looking at the mech before, did I get any kind of a sense for where its visual sensors are?
No. I mean, it was just metal and blank. It had spotlights on and a mining drill and armor. Like, yeah. Now,
somehow it looked off.
Yeah. It did look off. Like, all of this stuff just looks wrong to all of you. Like, it's not how technology is supposed to look.
Oh, but it probably did once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot then. I mean, I don't want to die for no reason. Dying is fine, but I'd like to die for the greater good, not die just uselessly. So,
you have 3 stupid humans to potentially protect.
Yeah.
Well, not stupid. We all have degrees.
Yeah.
This is stupider.
I guess I'll just go back to the storeroom and look for grenades.
Okay, give me an intellect check. All right. Meanwhile, the three of you are in front of a door down the hallway further on level 1, past the storage room, past the side corridor. You let's see here. All of you could hear motion from behind the door. There is some sounds of machinery.
We have a handy dandy cybernetic scanner that can tell us where people are. How many?
Oh yeah, give me a roll.
That succeeds.
Okay. There's one in there. And it is operating machinery. And yeah, it's doing something. You can't tell exactly what.
Hey guys, I think this doesn't look great for us, and these guys don't seem to like us very much. I think violence is bad or whatever. I say we stop the guy who's doing the thing with bullets and then hope for the best. We need a Hail Mary here, right? Like that's why I sort of ran down to this other room, because that way lies only death. Do we want to try to be big game heroes? cap this guy in this room and
There's
Well,
3
there's-
against 1.
Yeah.
I forget. Is anyone in the storeroom besides me or?
No, you're by yourself.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, so you want to open the door and confront the one
yep.
cyber drone in there? All right. Yeah, he's there. He pauses for a moment. He is operating a weird machine. Who's going in first?
This is my stupid idea. I want to go in first and go in blasting.
All right, give me an intellect check first.
Okay. That is, if I can't add anything to that, that's a failure.
Military training would work. Demolitions would work. This is to detect a trap.
Nope, nothing works.
All right.
I fail.
Then gain a stress and give me a body save.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm bad
Okay.
at those too. Hell yeah. Cool. So body. Oh, really bad at body. Okay.
Yes, we are. We're scientists.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, handily fail the body save.
Okay. Both of you see Daryl step in. And there was a sensor in the threshold of the door that triggered, and Daryl is hosed down with liquid concrete that is rapidly solidifying around him. So yeah, no, that's not good for you. Give me a fear save, Daryl.
You guys are lucky I'm not there. I think you'd have a disadvantage or something.
Mm-hmm. If you fail the fear save, then you will gain a stress and have to make a panic check.
Good thing Android is not here.
Mm-hmm.
We did the right thing, guys.
All right. So regardless of that, let's see here. Tyrell, what do you want to do? The other one is just operating a strange machine this round. You can't really gauge its reaction. It's wearing a mask and goggles, but it's looking at all of you. You can see the sensor is still active. You don't know if the trap has multiple charges, or yeah, it's sprayed from on top. So yeah,
Okay. I think
you could shoot it. Obviously, he's in plain sight. The drone is.
they're gonna blow him up like that. No, I'm not gonna shoot at him yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to rush him with my trusty stun baton.
Okay. Give me a speed check to not trigger the sensor.
Oh, please.
No way. No way I'm gonna succeed that roll.
All right, give me a body save. It had multiple charges.
And again, nope.
All right, give me a fear save.
And that is Daryl as well needs to make a fair save.
Yeah.
And again, nope.
All right, gain 1 stress and make a panic check. So,
Should I also make a panic check now that I'm being encased?
well, did you fail your fear save?
I didn't roll the fear.
Yeah. Make a fear save.
I also failed the fear save.
All right, gain 1 stress and make a panic check.
Okay.
2 panic checks. Lovely.
Uh-huh.
So it begins.
Yeah, now it begins. Yeah.
I'm supposed to roll over, right?
Yes.
So I failed my panic check.
All
That's
right. What'd you get?
I rolled a 9.
A 9. Already up to 9. Cool.
I passed my panic check.
All
Yes.
right. All right. So 9 is deflated. Gain a new condition. Whenever a close crew member fails a save, gain 1 stress.
I mean, I think he means he failed it as in he went over, or...
Well, if you roll, what's your panic at?
My panic's at 10.
Never
stress
mind.
is at 10, yeah.
No, and then you make it. You have to roll higher than your current
Oh,
panic.
higher is bad. Oh, I thought. Okay. Yes.
Wait,
okay.
higher is bad?
No,
But
higher
I-
is-
Oh, if you roll less
Higher
than
is
equal,
good.
yeah. Higher is good. So yeah, you want to roll higher. If you
Okay.
fail, so yeah, you are deflated.
I am deflated. Yes.
Yeah, you gain a new condition whenever another PC fails a save, gain 1 stress.
So my stress is just not okay. It's just gonna keep going up and up. All right,
Uh-huh.
so good.
Yeah, this makes sense. I'm now trapped in rapidly solidifying concrete. Great.
Yep.
Yeah. So Sing. Yeah, two of your buddies walked forward and got sprayed with liquid concrete from above. The drone was just watching the three of you. You could see that you can tell kind of where the sensors are now. It's still speech. Well, now there's two people in front of you, so you can't even push your way through the doorway. Like you could drag them back into the hallway, at least one of them. Or yeah, you could shoot around them to hit the drone if you had a gun. What do you want to do?
I think the smart, clever thing to do here. Well, I don't know what the guy is going to do though. I guess I'll shoot him with a. No, wait. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab whoever has the grenade gun and drag them back.
That's Tyrell. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can just drag them back. Yeah, the trip triggers again, but there's no one else to spray.
Well, Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah. Yeah. It targets the actual area that gets hit, so like it rotates a little bit. Yeah, it's high tech. So the ground where Tyrell was gets sprayed. Yeah, you can give me a strength check to try and free him, or see how much of the concrete you can rip off of him.
Let's see what I have on.
Oh, if only you had a towel. If only you had a towel, you could get this
Towel
shit
day,
off.
man.
Yeah, without a roll. Damn, so close. Anyways, yeah, make a strength check.
Actually, I do have duct tape.
You gonna what? Tape
It's
me?
a liquid. It's not really.
Yeah, I guess it's not solid yet. Or
Yeah, it's
solid enough.
solidifying.
Yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a utility knife as well, so I can like pop, air holes for him through his nose.
Well,
You
make your
put
roll
scalpel-
first.
You
Make
put
your
scalpel
roll
on
first. Yeah.
Strength.
Yeah.
All right, that's not my strong suit.
Yeah.
But hey,
You did it.
I make it.
Hey, yeah. So you managed to just knocking it off them.
My God.
Yeah, just the adrenaline's rushing through you. Bits are still clinging to him. Obviously, it's not 100%. But you managed to keep him
Wipe
from
it away.
Locking up. So let's see here. Meanwhile, Martin, you can give me an intellect check to see if you can find bolts.
Bolts?
Well, explosives. Yeah, you're
Oh,
looking
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Didn't you already roll that?
19.
Or?
Did
Okay,
you already roll for that?
You're right though. Whoever said it. I think I did already way up there, and it was an 80, so I failed it. So.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you lose. All right, so new round. Let's deal with the trap first. So Daryl, you can give me a strength check.
All right. Let's see.
99.
Yeah, that's
That's
99.
a critical failure. It's like, yeah.
All right,
what
Dave, straight, give me another panic save.
Okay.
+1 stress, right?
Yeah, +1 stress. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So that's a failure. Yeah. Okay. So
What'd you roll?
7.
7. Let's see here. So if you're less than equal, gain a new condition, nightmare, sleep is difficult. Gain disadvantage on rest saves. Yeah, well, we'll see if that's gonna happen.
No, I don't need to worry about nightmares.
So you fall over and it just sets like you're trapped now. Someone else has to free you.
I mean, it senses movement. It covers him again.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side. You have armor now.
Yeah. So Sing, you can act next.
I'll drag him off as well, like carefully.
Oh, he's in the room.
What?
He fell in the room. You have to cross the sensor threshold.
Oh,
I mean, it might be out of charges.
Well, if it just senses movement, I'm just gonna.
You can make a speed check to cross it. Yeah.
Be nice if someone had a tennis ball that they could throw through to see.
Oh man, that would be so useful.
Oh well, tennis ball.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw my roll of duct tape through.
Okay, yeah. That'll be your action though, because you have to give it time to spray. So
Okay.
that sprays again. You triggered it, so one more
Do I
time.
see how big the tank on this thing
And
is?
it's on the ceiling, and you can't see into the ceiling. Well, you're in the hallway outside the room, right? Like, you can't. You'd have to go. You'd have
Yeah,
to
and
keep your head
but
over
by
the.
the way, incidentally, I'm also looking at whatever the guy is doing.
He has actually stopped operating the machine, and he's like he's standing beside the machine, but you can see him from waist up, so you can't see what his hands are doing, but he's just watching all of you.
I
So
think looking at us for getting into the trap.
yeah, I mean, it could just be he's like, well, the trap's working. I don't need to do shit. So yeah, he is like holding his action essentially. So
All right,
um,
Tyrell, get up
yep,
and deal with.
Tyrell, you can do stuff. You got freed. So
So I'm gonna shoot the bolt gun into this room.
are you? I assume at the drone, right?
Yes.
All right, roll combat. You don't have advantage for this. It's just a regular roll.
Oh,
Nope. No chance I'm gonna hit with that.
Well, it's not a crit failure, so you get it in the room somewhere, but it hits a wall. And the it's going to react. It is going to drop what it was holding and grab for the bolt and try and throw it back at all of you.
Okay. Can I roll how hard it hit into the wall for damage?
Yeah, you know what? Sure, yeah.
7
It's pretty
damage.
stuck in. All right. So yeah, let's see if he can rip it off the wall. All right, but he does. And he throws it back into the hallway. So yeah. It's like he's used to operating these things and he knows how they work. So yeah, you have an explosive bolt in the room that's going to explode at the beginning of next round. Actually, no, you just threw duct tape, so you can give me a speed check to chuck it back. I'll give you a speed save on this.
could I run away instead?
Honestly, you're already just standing there, like throwing. Actually, no, you were kneeling on the ground in order to free Tyrell, right? So on your action, you just grabbed your duct tape and threw it. So you're kneeling, so you're closer to it. So it would take you longer to stand up and run away than it would for you to.
I'll just roll my speed check. That's
Yeah.
a 41. That's a failure.
Okay, you fumble for it. All right.
Fine.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's gonna blow up and hit the two of you. So both of you can give me a body save to try and take half damage.
Great. I fail.
Okay.
My concrete cocoon is protecting me.
Yes.
Fail.
All right. 3 to 10 damage for each of you. So that's 18 damage.
Ow, that's my wand. My first wound.
Oh my god.
And I have a dead friend next to me, yes?
No. I have 1 health left.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah. When you take damage, yeah, it's
well, sorry, 2. I have armor.
Oh
1.
yeah, well that armor's shredded. Armor's ablative, but it loses.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I have 0. And I have 1 health.
You had 1 health. All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, Tyrell, roll a d10 for your wound.
And that's gonna be 10.
7.
7.
Fire explosive. Limb on fire. Yeah, it's an explosive. So yeah, you're somehow you're on fire. And it's not good.
Not in the good way on fire.
Yeah. You can give me a body save to put it out before you take damage. Did you make the body save? Hello?
Who?
Tyrell, can you give me a body save?
Okay. Yes.
If you make it, you won't take any more damage.
Just singing always look on the bright side of life.
I did it.
All right, so you put the fire out before it hurts you further. So Daryl, you can give me 1 more body save.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. That is failure because my body is 20.
Okay. You're suffocating to death.
Okay.
Yeah. How many rounds do you get? Let's see here. Oxygen.
It's overrated.
Yeah, it's not great. 15 seconds before you can still act. But yeah, you're stuck in there, so they need to get to you in the next couple of rounds. The drone has retreated. Actually, the drone has left the room. There's another way out of the room on the other opposite end of the room, and it has fled. So the so it is decided that there's you have a weapon and it doesn't want to get shot at again. So meanwhile, you hear an explosion, Martin.
Boom.
Cool.
Yeah,
I wonder how they're doing.
you can rush to their aid if you want.
I wouldn't use the word rush, but so I didn't find a grenade. Did I find anything else at all? Like, I don't know, like
You find weird machinery. It looks like industrial mining equipment.
can I grab a small piece of machinery that I could maybe use as a rock later?
Yeah, you can get the equivalent of a crowbar.
Okay,
Yeah, metal
cool.
pipe is pretty
Alright.
easy. So yeah, a crowbar does 1d5 damage. Yeah.
Okay. Crowbar 1d5 damage. All right. So now on the map there from the storeroom, I think I proceed forward or something and not
Yeah.
back to the way I came to get to where they're at.
Yeah. You have to proceed
So-
forward. It's a long hallway down.
Yeah.
You get to Tyrell and
Not
Sting.
rushing. Kind of moseying on down. Just
Well,
just a
okay.
peaceful stroll.
They're clearly suffering. All right. So Tyrell and Sing, you're both active. So Sing, what do you want to do?
I'm full of shrapnel,
Mm-hmm.
but I realize Daryl is running out of time, so I'll just drag him back towards us.
All right, it is out of charges. The trap is out of charges at 4 charges.
Great.
So yeah, you can give me a strength check to chisel, see how much concrete you can chisel off of him.
Weirdly, I don't do well.
All right, you're chipping away at it. You gain a stress, but it's not enough. So Tyrell, are you also trying to free Daryl?
Yep.
All right, give me a strength check.
And nope.
Okay. Yeah.
This is critical failure, actually.
Yeah.
I can show up and join in. It's like, oh yeah, are we doing this? Okay, this looks like a fun activity.
All
Let
right.
me
Yeah,
try-
you could. Yeah, you
remove
could give me a
concrete.
strength check too. Yeah.
Let me try to help remove concrete. Yay! We're all removing concrete together. 65 probably doesn't make it.
All right. Yeah. So you've all gained
yeah.
stress from this. This is very stressful.
All right.
I think it's only fair that I gain a stress each given my deflated condition, as I feel like them trying.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really,
I'm not gonna argue. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's. I mean, I got that condition. Yeah, so I gained 3 stress from this endeavor.
Yeah. So, new round. Yeah, all of you get advantage now on because you've done some work on. So you all get advantage on your strength checks. But if you don't do it this round, he's gonna pass out. Yeah.
Are we doing it in the same order?
Yeah.
Sorry, I rolled it already.
Okay, that's fine. I
Okay,
mean,
no,
yeah.
I rolled 2. Wow.
All right, yeah. That's yeah, you chisel them out. So yeah, you save so you can breathe again. Yay. Good job.
Yay.
You're all in this hallway.
I sort of like coughing up, like.
You hear gunfire and an explosion in the distance somewhere.
Hey guys, how's it going? Have you considered the possibility that maybe we should retreat?
Where?
I think the mech is already engaging security forces.
Yeah, maybe.
Should we help them?
You do actually your radios, your comsets do come alive. Hello, Team Canary, are you in? Are you alive? Report status.
Hello, we're here. We're doing good.
No, we are not doing good. Do not listen to the android. We have been blown up. We have been attacked by
little bit.
cybernetic drone clones.
You guys are so negative. We've only been a little bit blown up. I'm fine.
Yeah,
Okay, you gotta find something important there. If if they're drones, they're being controlled from somewhere. So find like a server room, a comms room, something like that.
I'm gonna try
Yes,
to
you
scan.
can try
Okay,
jamming them.
maybe
If they
understood.
do not get signal, they will die.
Yeah, they know that. That's why they want to take out the central thingy.
Yeah, we're trying. They have very good signal jamming tech. Like we can't. They're winning that. You need to, and he cuts out.
Okay, I'm
All
gonna
right,
try
we have
to
orders now.
scan
You
it.
could press into the room that had the trap, or you could go down the side hallway, which you haven't been there. The side hallway nearby has 2 staircases leading down that you can see, and another door at the end of that one.
I begin heading towards the side hallway.
I cough up a couple of globs of concrete and I say, maybe we should go through this room. If the drone retreated there, maybe it's defending something.
Just focus on breathing. I keep going towards the side hallway.
All right, so you go down the side hallway. There's 2 staircases leading down, the first one and the second one, and then there's also a door up ahead. You can give me an intellect check
Okay.
to see how well you can sort of spatially reason this out.
96. It's just not how it's supposed to work.
Okay, yeah, well, whatever.
Can I use the
alright.
scanner to pinpoint the signal location?
Well, your cybernetic scanner is more of a close-in tool. It's not really. You did well to like be able to pick up cybernetic power sources,
Okay.
but that's about it. If you could get access to some of their equipment, you could try for sure. But you need something of theirs. You do have that captured drone that you left back there. You can try
Yeah.
messing with his implants.
Sin, do you still have the implant you took out from the guy that bleed to death?
Oh, you just damaged that. You just ripped it out.
Ah,
It's
okay.
broken. Yeah. And that was like the antenna. You ripped out its antenna, and it's Wi-Fi antenna essentially. So yeah, I'll just go down the line.
Somebody here at jury rigging, right?
Yeah.
I
So
think this was Android.
let's see here. So Tyrell, what do you where do you want to go? You can go to the room that you just sort of cleared, like the room that had the trap and the droid that fled. You could go to the side hallway and check either the staircases or the other room. That Martin, it sounds like you're heading to that door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, Martin's heading towards that door. What do you want to do, Tyrell?
I'm gonna try to pick down the stairwells. What I can see lower.
Okay. There's 2 stairwells, 1 and 2. 1 is closer to you, 2 is farther.
gonna pick the
1
second.
goes straight to a door. 2 goes down to a hallway. That then goes right. So do you want to go down to a room or do you want to go down to a hallway?
I'm
Okay,
gonna
right, you
think
should probably
about
stay
it.
with me.
So just tell me which direction you're going.
I'm gonna go down the second one.
Second one to the hallway.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then Sing. People are splitting up. Martin's
Again.
going to the other room on level 1.
It worked so well last time.
Yeah. Where do you want to go, Sing?
I want to use my brain to
Mhm.
think out if they have a society built around all of this kind of like drone clone tech. The
Mhm.
Wi-Fi has to be placed somewhere very smart according to the way how they build, and they're an underground civilization, and they have to be using cabling or daisy chained Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Lots of repeaters.
Yeah. Do you have any technology skills?
I only have phontology as a kind of like, but I can say this to the others as they're running away. Look for these things.
Okay, you can give me an intellect check.
I also have archaeology, but I don't think that's necessary.
No, this is more. Yeah.
I mean, I have computers.
Space
There is
Race.
use for archaeology and sophantology in this scenario. You just haven't found it yet.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, you make your intellect check.
77, so no.
Okay.
You think I
Make
failed?
panic check. Oh God, what if their technology is superhuman and we're just doomed? Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
Let's see here.
I think that's a
So
success, or not?
that you need to get higher. So that is bad.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, sorry, is it 1d20 for a panic check?
1d20, yes.
Yeah, you
Oh,
rolled
sorry,
one.
I rolled wrong. 18.
Oof.
Is that higher than your stress?
Yeah, that is actually.
Okay,
18
you're
is
fine.
good. Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so you kind of realize, you can't make any good inclination. You don't get
Yeah,
any
but,
hints about
but
where
but I am like rambling, like, dude, you need to look for daisy chain Wi-Fi's or something. We need to shut this down.
So where do you want to go? There's the room you're right next to. No one's been in there yet. Martin's going to the other room on this level, and then Tyrell's going downstairs.
I'll head downstairs since I think that's maybe.
Okay, you going with Tyrell, or you're going to the other staircase?
So I have to choose between Martin and Tyrell.
Or by yourself. There's 2 staircases leading down.
Oh, Martin went to the top side. I'll follow Tyrell because he has the exploding gun.
Okay.
One bullet
So you're
left.
going. Okay, so you two are sitting together, and you're going down the hallway. The stairs leading to a hallway.
Yeah.
And then finally, Daryl, where are you going?
I think I'm gonna follow Martin, and but stay in the rear because I mean yeah. So I am Martin's cover because if something bad happens to me again, I might need someone to save me.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So we've paired up. We'll deal with the hallway first. So the 2 of you go down the stairs. You're down to let's see here, level 1, level 1. This is level 2. And you actually no, this is actually level 3. Level 2, and you can see it. There's only one room. There's a hallway leads down to another room, but that dead ends. So yeah.
The room is locked with doors.
So you go to the door.
Yep.
It is not locked.
I'm gonna slowly creep it open.
Okay. It opens up and it reveals these machines that look like cryo sleep chambers, but they've been heavily modified. They're just in a row. So think like a server room, but each server is like a cryo pod, like heavily armored, reinforced. Actually, they all look very old and like heavily modified over time. But all of them are active. There are 6 of them. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Yeah. And Martin and who else? Who was it? Daryl, right? Yeah. The 2 of you open up the other door, and you can see you found the comms room. There's a lot of antennas, a lot of network machinery there. You get a signal. You're getting status update. It takes again. Yeah.
Status update. I mean, I'm gonna look at the equipment real quick.
Yeah, there's also like some interfaces there that look more like simul space, like virtual reality headsets.
Oh, cool.
I want to use my computer skill to see if I can I basically want to try to see if I can get in to the like go online and try to mess things up, maybe shut things off, maybe mess with it, just do as much damage as I can by connecting digitally.
Give me a check.
I'd like to put on a VR headset.
Okay. So Martin, you can just put it on. Daryl, give me that computer science check.
I have a very good computers and it failed.
Okay.
Because I got a
gain of stress.
All right.
All right. What happens to Martin? We'll get to that in a second. So down in the cryo chamber. What are the 2 of you going to do down there? There actually is a little comms interface on each cryo chamber, like a little data port, and actually little VR headsets too, connected to each one, so you could plug in and communicate with the person in the pod if you wanted to.
6 cryopods.
Well,
VR headsets for communication.
wanna give it a try?
Maybe, like maybe these are the. But what does this room look like? Is this a built room?
Yeah.
Recently, like
I mean, you're not a mining ish. Yeah, it's kind of hard to
archaeology might give me a clue, but
tell. Yeah. Yeah, archaeology. Yeah, actually, yeah.
All right, that's a success.
Yeah, this was not too long ago. You can tell these are all networked cryo chambers. You actually remember reading about old, like, first wave colonization when cryosleep, hypersleep technology had not fully perfected. They couldn't just put people to sleep and just they wake up. They just black out and they're there, right? That's like what it is now. But before then, they had to be put in virtual realities to keep the brain stimulated so they wouldn't go insane or go, vegetable. And these resemble that. Yeah. So there's people in there that are networked together. They're thinking in some sort of simulated reality.
All right, I'll say this to my buddy here. Was it Daryl or Tyrell I went with?
Tyrell. I
Okay,
think
so-
you are the more personal person people.
Well, okay, but if why are they here? Like, why cryopods from some kind of colony ship? They're using clones. Are they using clones to think? As I don't understand this situation.
Maybe they are cloning themselves and using VR
Yeah.
to check area around it here. But why now?
Maybe they are using them as like operators of the mining drills.
So you two are speculating. Meanwhile, Martin, you pop on the VR headset.
Yeah.
And
Go
give me
get
an
it.
intellect check.
All right.
If you have computer anything, that would help.
Computer, so I have that, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay, I made it 2 under 71.
Oh yeah. So you have limited access to the comms network now. What you can tell is that this is actually a very sophisticated but very unusual design of network. There are multiple layers to it, and they're heavily encrypted with like military grade encryption. It's actually a weird form of encryption you've not encountered before. And so you wouldn't know how to break it. But what you can tell is one, it's in this anachronistic language, 2, but you can kind of understand it well enough to get along. 2, that there's multiple interfaces. There's a virtual reality server network running at a high level, and below that there is a drone operation network to control and command and monitor all of the active drones, and they're all networked together. Unfortunately, you cannot access the higher level network, the master network, without something to decrypt to gain. You need an encryption key to get in. You're only accessing it at a low level, like a guest user. And
I mean, the encryption key, like, how would I get that? Is it perhaps a piece
well,
of
you
hardware?
succeeded on your check. So what you realize is you need to find a master user, and then you can get, one of those people would have the encryption key with them, or maybe it's a biological ID system to where if you capture one of them and bring them to this comms network, you could then, do a biometric scan of them, and then they would green access, let you in. So
we need to speak to a manager. We need to Karen.
Yes, you need to capture an officer, essentially, an officer class antagonist, op force. So
I mumble all this out because we do have radio comms. If the comms work for those of us,
you can get back to Hicks now. You also realize though that destroying this comms room would do minimal damage to the network. It's far more valuable to have it intact so you can get into the network, and because there's multiple nodes. It's hard to network it from your level, but there's multiple active things, and activity is a frenzy right now.
Can we get a map partial map.
You can get a partial map, and you can
Yeah.
there's a lot of activity, so you can't really tell. This is what you get in just like initial access. So meanwhile, who is with you? Daryl?
Daryl, yes.
Daryl, I think, yeah.
Yes, I am there.
So the room you came into, there's another exit at the other end, off to the right. And you can hear sounds from it, and you realize that's where those stairs you avoided, this is the other end of them. So there's a mech, and there's sounds of combat coming from beyond that door, and it sounds pretty nasty. So you realize you may want to barricade that door, keep an eye on it to keep drones from flooding in from that direction.
Okay. I'm not an engineer. Can I try to barricade the door by just knocking some stuff over, moving chairs?
There's not. It's pretty minimal in this room, aside from the comms equipment, which you probably don't want to move or damage. So you're gonna have to run back to that other room, one of the storage rooms, and grab stuff if you want to fortify, unless you had something on you.
Okay. I mean, sure. My whole raison d'etre was staying away from the mech. So yeah, I'll go back to the storage room to try to grab something.
All right. If you want to run, give me a speed check if you want to make double time.
Let's try that. Go big or go. Yeah, no, that's a fail.
Okay. You gain a stress. It's like, oh god. So you're going back to the storage room you've already went to, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That other drone, none of you just tied it up and left it. And you've left it there for a while now. It's not there.
Question: was it the one I tranked, or was it the one that got
I
stunned?
stun hot on him.
Yeah. So he
Even
would
if it
have
was just
recovered
stunned.
from that.
Yeah, you might have
Okay.
stunned.
Yeah. So he's not there. Do you want to stay? That's immediately noticeable. That he's not there.
So the room is big enough that
there's crates and things he could have hid in. He could have left the room too. He didn't come your way. He could have gone back the other way. So yeah.
All of a sudden, the murder seems like a good idea.
I forget. He's the one whose weapon we took, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I mean, I'll keep an eye open, but I still instead of looking for him specifically, I wanna grab something that I can barricade the door with. Because even if he attacks me, the mech attacking me is worse.
There is.
Are you gonna let us know there's a drone running around?
Well, he made his choice. So Daryl, give me an intellect check to find something useful to barricade.
Yeah.
Can I just throw out a thought there?
Sure.
Since we have comms.
Yeah.
There is this spray weapon. If that is concrete.
Oh, the spray weapon's gone.
Oh. Do I notice the spray weapon's gone before?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to avoid the room. I don't want to get sprayed again.
Okay. Well, yeah, you don't know what that other spray gun was.
Sure. But I don't. But
it's probably not good for you. Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you leave the room. So meanwhile, Singh, what do you want to do in the cryo room? Now that you've sort of analyzed it.
Was there? If these are, as I theorize, just operators of the drones, then there's not much we can do here. We could try to talk to them, I suppose.
I mean, you could pop open a cryo tube as well.
Actually, can we use the scanner to see what's in them?
You don't have to roll. Yeah, there's a cybernetically augmented human in there. You can give me a intellect check with something related to, if you have anything related to technology or medicine.
Only psychology.
Yeah.
Zoology, if it works.
If you want to try and analyze the type of implants they have, but they have less implants than the drones.
Okay, so they might not have the sort of total slave implant type thing.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that helps, Tyrell?
No, I don't think zoology gonna work.
I'll just
Maybe
roll
ecology,
intellect.
but I also don't think that ecology gonna help in any way.
Well, I roll intellect, and I will fail intellect.
Okay. Well, you pop open the tube. Liquid falls out, and there is an incredibly old looking man there, human with minimal like cybernetic interface implants that look very different from anything you've seen before, plugged in. He kind of like convulses and moans a bit because he was not expecting to be popped out of cryo, his virtual reality. So he's just like helpless and flopping around.
Daryl, you wanted management guy clone to gain access?
Yeah, you can coordinate with Martin. Martin can let you know that he needs an officer type, and this guy might be it. So you can drag him up to the comms room. They're pretty close to each other. So while the three of you are doing that, the two of you are carrying up this guy who does not look like a clone. He looks like an actual, like a regular ass human, but very,
Original
very,
brand.
Yeah, very, very old and like operated on different. There's just something wrong without expert training, you can't really tell what this guy's story is, but it's not good, whatever it is.
We should have brought more scientists.
Yeah. Well, a couple of different skills. So
I can kind of double as a scientist. I've got a high intellect.
Meanwhile, Daryl, what do you want to eat? So you're leaving the storage room, or are you going to meet everyone else back up in the comms room?
I think I'm gonna meet everyone back up at the comms room. Maybe I forget. Is there? Can I, if I peek out of the comms room, can I can I sort of see the door to the storage room? I forget if the angle.
No, they're pretty far from each other.
Okay.
So like think of a square. The top right one would be the storage room. The bottom left one would be the comms room. So
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just be in the comms room, my gun out if somebody tries.
Yeah, the only thing is the gunfight's happening at the all of you can hear now that just prolonged combat. Like the Marines have decided, fuck it, we're going in, and they're being helped. It's a bottleneck. Like the defenders are able to you don't know what's in that hallway. There might even be another stairway up, this place is a maze, so they might be getting multiple reinforcements. So yeah, there's definitely a fight going on. The Marines are trying to get in, and the mech and who knows how many drones are holding them off.
Basically, I was wondering if I could do like an aim action in along a corridor, so if somebody walks by, I can plug them.
Do you want to cover the back way, or do you want to cover the way where the fighting's coming from?
The back way. I think the way the fighting's come. If that happens, we're screwed. So the other way, I want to guard.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you're standing watch over that. So the three of you work together. The officer biometric scans do light up the VR thing, but in order to access the master network, you cannot do it from a terminal. It can only be done through virtual reality. So there are multiple headsets. So at least one of you has to go in if you want to figure out what the fuck is going on and how to do damage to the network.
Okay, I'm putting one on.
Okay, so Tyrell's putting one on. Singh, are you putting one on?
When in Rome, I suppose.
All right, Martin, are you going to put one on?
I thought I already had one on. Aha.
Okay, sorry. All right. So all three of you plug in. All of you give me a sanity save.
Oh, great.
We have it. Wait.
I
No,
fail.
it's still safe. It's still safe. That's how
By the way, whenever you fail a sanity player, save all close friendly players gain 1 stress.
All right, yeah. I am going to say that does not count for Daryl because he's out of the VR. So he just sees you in there, and he doesn't realize that you're freaking out.
So I get 1 stress from you, and you gain 1 stress from me bonus for and 1 for failing the roll.
When we get one for failing, right?
Yeah.
And then we give each other another one. And then we roll a panic check.
That's
So how
good.
much
I
stress
fail.
How much stress do I
under
gain?
14.
Like 2, 3?
Yeah, 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
2.
What'd you get in your panic save?
8.
8. Loss of confidence. Choose one skill and lose that skill's bonus.
Wow.
So it's equal roll counts the panic or not? Equal.
Greater than. So equal is a failure.
So I failed. Benny
All
can.
right.
I lose
What number
confidence
did you
in
get?
my sophontology.
All right. No. Oh, okay.
Not
Yeah. Well,
Did
I
not
this-
prepare
rolled
me for
12.
this.
coming to the part where you might actually use it. Yeah, no, it's fine. So
Okay,
what number did you
12.
get? 12?
12.
Haunted. Something starts visiting the character at night in their dreams.
Aw.
Yeah, actually that applies. So Tyrell, what you instantly realize is you gain this insight. This is a network that has been running for centuries, virtual reality that's been running for centuries and has gotten weird. But the people, the minds in this are the original colonists. So there are human minds on this network, but there's also something in between the lines of code. There is some other intelligence lingering in there. And all of you, what you all load into is a tunnel of gray, unending light. And it is just this perfectly architectured large tunnel that you can see either way opens up into large chambers. This is like a perfect maze of unending hallways and corridors and tunnels that just goes on and on and on. And you realize these were all not procedurally generated. These were all designed and built like in a complex construction simulation. So they've been practicing building tunnels, and time is slowed down. You all experience, it takes you all like minutes to come to, and like in your virtual avatars, which are all like gray humanoid figures that are barely distinct from each other. But only seconds have passed in real life. So you realize they've been here for centuries in real time, but in their time, it's been like God knows how many years.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but you do see signage, and you do see there is a text embedded in the walls that you can try and translate and study. Yeah.
I have a
I'll just turn around and go, "Where's the circus?"
I made it.
Okay. You read the text. So the text is the story of the betrayal. Self-ontology would work on this. So this planet was there was no the terraforming system was not automated. It was manned, and they were supposed to they were supposed to set up the automated terraforming system and monitor it for a few years, make sure it was working fine, and then leave. But some hostile force attacked them and damaged their ships and the hostiles that aren't specified. They could be space pirates. It could have been a rival corporation or government. Or maybe they weren't even human. You don't know. But they messaged for help and received nothing. And so they turned their damaged ships. They dug in and turned their ships into an underground bunker network. However, they did capture some of the hostile ships, giving them more resources than they started with, and the technology of the hostile forces. And
How did they capture them?
it's not specified in this. This is like their legacy. They basically turned this into a myth, into like a long ago we came from the mother.
We've been here inside this thing for like probably millennia at this point. They need some reminders.
Yeah, so it's all distorted and mythic. We came from the mother into the void to turn a cold rock into a garden. And yeah.
Can I maybe try to archaeology it to translate it a little bit more?
Well, this is all you can get from this.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is like them, talking about, this is biblical scripture to them. This is, Old Testament stuff. Yeah.
And gain D4 to Tulumitos.
I suppose I could try that sophontology.
Well, here's the thing. You've been studying this for a while. You realize, all of you, that someone is coming towards your position. Someone has detected you and is moving towards you. You can kind of like there's kind of like you're in a virtual reality which looks photorealistic, but you can kind of see like through the walls little ID tags like in an MMO or something where you can see someone's name before you see them. And so there's like this string of characters moving towards your position. But you can also you can kind of get a sense that this is like a virtual community with like where everything corresponds to something in reality. So there's resources, there's archives, there's power, there's military, there's like what would you try to want to learn first about this place? Where would you want to go first in the network? Or do you want to talk to this person? You don't know if you would be allowed to harm them in any meaningful way in this thing. If anything, if you try violence, it will probably just get kicked out. Is your guess, but you don't know for sure. So, like, Sing, what do you want to figure out the most?
I was told I should talk to someone, so I'll go try to talk to them.
Okay, Daryl. No, you're outstanding
I'm
guard.
yeah.
Martin.
I didn't walk into this trap.
Since someone is now finally trying to engage in the talk option, I will support that action.
Okay, Tyrell, you also want to talk to this person?
Nope, I'm gonna try to look for the drone control.
Okay, yeah. Give me another intellect check, Tyrell.
Okay. 9, I pass.
Okay. Yeah, with 9 you pass, and so you find the comms network. So you start analyzing that and trying to figure out how to disrupt drone communications, and but that'll take you a bit. So Martin and Sinead, you are there's another great figure there. They say you are from the mother. I am the communicator. I have been listening to your signals, and I can speak not bad like with you.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You sure can.
We could try to talk.
There seems to be a huge misunderstanding. What do we have to do to immediately cease hostilities?
Leave the planet.
That's a bit of a problem. That's difficult to do. It might not be strictly impossible, but it's really difficult, and also goes against the whole goal. Also, were you guys sent here to you? My understanding is you folks were sent here to prepare this for these colonists. So here's the colonists. We're sorry you got stuck here.
We must see the blessed dark and the holy sun.
What does that mean?
We have been suffering.
You want to go
we
back
have
home?
Been in prayers for there is only the gray light here. We have been told that there's a thing called night and a thing called day. Mm-hmm. That there is bright light and that there is a total absence of light.
Yeah, it's on the surface. If you so Ross, do I know, is this whole place uninhabitable except for this one part of the planet, or is it?
No, I mean, you can breathe anywhere, but yeah, like
if you folks were to dig, say, somewhere else outside the colony, you could probably get some land there and experience daytime whenever you want to. Well, during the day.
Why did you seek towards the colony that is on this rock?
Because you have seek to drive us down. You are imprisoning us. You're keeping us from the holy sun and the blessed dark.
How are we keeping you from these things?
Because we have been told by the one who speaks to us.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but they're mistaken. Like, the only reason why all this is happening right now and all these people are on both sides are dying right now is because of a misunderstanding. The people that were already on the surface didn't know you were here, and they consider you to be the hostile invaders instead of the other way around.
So you recognize the blessed dark and the holy sun?
I mean, Russ, do I? I mean, I think it just means the sun and night, right? Is that what he means, or is that what I think he means?
You have all the information. You can interpret
right.
what he says however you want to.
If you want
then
an
I'll say-
educated guess on how these people think, maybe ask the Sophontology.
Yeah, you give me some pathology check.
Yeah.
All right. 51, and even with my minus, that's still a success.
Okay. So yeah, this is what happens when a group of people are cut off from humanity through a violent situation and isolated for a long period of time. They get weird and develop their own culture. And there is you would guess that there is the one who speaks to he does mention like there is the one who speaks to us.
Yeah, so some force is directing them.
There is
to
an
be
external actor. Further, evolutionary island evolution, right? Like just totally different weird pressures. Yeah,
this would have been difficult enough without that factor, but that factor exists and it's driving us together. And I kind of like quickly speak this to my buddy here, probably in a language we both share.
So yeah, the communicator tells you if you are able to, if the one who speaks to us, you must go down and so also they've also been partially traumatized or just driven mad because they've been in this simulated reality, which is very limited. They've been running on basically low power mode, so it's all grayscale, it's all just construction sim. So like
Minecraft
DLC.
forever.
Yeah, basically
Old Minecraft and no DLC.
Yeah. Yeah, all Minecraft and no play makes Johnny something. Don't worry about it.
It rhymes with knives.
Yeah. So the community tells you we will cease hostilities and be allowed to the surface if you allow us to the surface. And but first you must the one who speaks to us must speak to you to know that you are not one of the consumers, one of the eaters, the destroyers, the consumers.
Sure,
Yeah.
sounds fine to me.
Do you have different names for these things? Maybe like capitalists or...
He just looks at you. I do not know what that word means.
Okay, well, we should try to speak with the one who speaks, yes?
Mm-hmm. So he takes you to a great chamber, and you just see this massive cylindrical pit that is like, a mile across. It just, but obviously simulated reality.
It's still impressive.
And there's like this rickety elevator that comes up, and it's just unending gray light below you into infinity, and you just have to get on this gray fucking elevator and go down until you're just totally surrounded by the gray void on all sides, held up by a single cable. Anybody goes on the elevator, give me another sanity save.
All right.
Meanwhile, Tyrell, did you make that intellect check to hack the network? Tyrell? Also, Daryl, give me an intellect check for detecting ambushes.
I failed my hacking roll.
Okay, you're locked out. They sense your presence. They tell you to you must also go to the one who speaks to us if you want to, otherwise we shall expunge you from the network.
Okay, I'm going with them. So
all right, roll. Yep. And Daryl,
critical success on this save, on my save.
Yeah, I'm not doing the best job looking for ambushes.
All right, yeah, you're kind of focused on them as they're kind of twitching and muttering to themselves in the VR headsets. That's not great. You don't like that. That's weird.
Slow muttering. Weirdly slow muttering.
All right, so Tyrell failed the sanity save. Martin, did you fail your sanity save?
Yes.
All right. Sinead, Singh, did you fail your sanity save?
Did Tyrell save his sanity?
No, he failed.
I succeeded. Yes,
Oh,
I-
Tyrell, you made your save or you failed your save?
Yes.
Critical success on sanity. Critical success. Yes.
Oh, okay, you made your save. Okay, so
And I just made mine.
Martin failed though.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay,
suppose I probably don't have my towel with me, right?
Not in virtual reality.
Yeah,
No.
that's why I
No.
failed my save.
So Tyrell, you have two options.
Mhm.
You like what the
Oh,
voice
Tyrell,
is saying to you. You agree with everything it's saying. So, but there's a part of you that's screaming, no. So you can rip off the headset, which would be really bad to you physically. It is the VR headset is now tapping into your like neural network, especially as an Android. Or you can just hear the good word.
Okay, so it's Martin, not Tyrell. I thought
I'm
I thought you-
a
Martin.
okay.
Martin's the only one who failed, right? Yeah.
You starting to you say it's Tyrell. So
Yeah. Sorry.
You know, okay. I actually do want to hear the good word, but it's I believe it's probably fail anyway, because but I believe that there's a way that it's possible to listen to the voice and still also have resistance about being mind controlled by it.
Yeah, that would be called making your sanity save.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You have a choice. Are you now happy with the voice and wants to do what the voice says, or are you tearing that shit off your head?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you pulling the headset off, or are you going to succumb to the message?
I'm succumbing to the message, but I'm just wait. I'm gonna fight back against it later.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Martin just stops talking and just kind of starts humming to himself, and so Tyrell and seeing you can both notice that. But the voice speaks to you as you resist my word. I helped them when they were alone in this universe. I gave them energy so they could thrive. Why do you not want to join?
Humans are a very individualistic species, though we do work together and we do work with others. So there's, still possible to maybe, work something out here. But there are great challenges with this whole situation. Maybe the whole war stuff should be reduced a bit, and you should have more open lines of communication that don't appear to be mind controlling my body here.
I will accept one. You have a ship.
That ship is yes, we do.
Let me take Martin with you on the ship.
Yes.
But we first need to see these hostilities to be allowed on the ship.
Very well. That is fine.
Could you tell us a little bit more about you, though? What are you?
You resisted my. I tried to tell you, but you resisted it. You did not want to listen.
Well, there are ways to communicate without subsuming. Language is not necessary cooptation of intelligence.
It is not a subsumption. It is ascension.
Oh, okay. Yes, we will do this thing.
Yes, very well. So you're put out of the virtual reality thing, and the fighting stops. They start communicating with the Marines. That this has all been a misunderstanding. Martin, you're back to normal. You don't remember anything about this. You're fine. And it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So all the drones all cease hostilities. They get out of your way. They let you go back to the surface. They only say you must tell them that you need to take Martin with you on the ship. That's the only thing. So Martin, you need to convince the captain to let you on the ship. Without any, regardless, however you want to do it. So that's otherwise,
He now has proprietary recordings in his body about what happened on this planet.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where you're telling your captain.
I have proprietary recordings. Yes, that's right.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's a shuttle waiting for you. The captain is the planetary supervisor is like, what the fuck? Yeah, we'll negotiate with them. I don't want to be fucking overrun by those things. So yeah, they start coming to the surface. And
I just want to say it's been really great working with you guys. I know you'd never screw me over or throw me into danger. I really appreciate it. It's so difficult to find humans like that. They usually just want to throw me away or sacrifice me immediately. But it's good that you guys aren't like that.
so you're all getting on the shuttle, going back to the boomer. Yeah, captain's like, all right, yeah, if you got great data for this android, sure, that'd be worth a lot. Like this is already a lot of valuable data. I'm gonna yeah, all three of you, when you get back to the ship, what are you? You can all give me intellect checks.
Yes, let's do that.
Including the android?
The
Crit
android
success.
Android is don't worry about it. You don't have
All
to.
right. So okay. The android's
Always look on the bright side.
Failed
Yeah.
mine intellect check.
All right, Daryl, did you make yours?
No, I didn't. I survived this. It's back to publish repair.
All right, so
Yeah.
Sing, it's just you. Martin's making a beeline for one of the terminals as soon as he gets onto the ship.
I mean, I've already prepared for this, and I yell out, "He's compromised! Take him now! Bring him down! Take him
What?
out! Do not let him
Okay.
send off anything! Jam
shot-
all
I
I shot
signals!"
it with bolt gun.
Well, you don't have that ready. Sing, you yell that out, but Martin leaps to the terminal with inhuman speed.
Okay, then
You
I'll
have
try to-
one action. What are you going to do?
I'm going to walk over to the power terminal and, shut down power.
All right. Well, it's built into the ship. You can't really turn it off without like.
Well, I
that-
crit
yeah.
succeeded my thinger. So what I wanted to do
Yeah.
was to get him squared away as soon as we got inside, as safely as possible. And these things have airlocks.
Well, that would be a physical thing. He's not going to that. So, like, what did you roll? Was that intellect or speed?
No, I crit succeeded the realization that he's going to betray us. I was
Okay, yeah,
already
yeah.
planning to.
Okay, good.
Planning to get them to stop him because whatever was going on, I suspected would be bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
you did
talking
suspect
about
it would be bad. All right, so I'll say with your crit success, you can grab one weapon or something on board the ship. You could have the bolt gun in hand, or a let's see here. What weapon would be on board a scientific vessel? The laser cutter. Yeah, there's a laser cutter. You could take a shot. Yeah.
Isn't he a cyber? Isn't he an android? Can't I just shut him down?
They don't work like that. They're like,
damn.
Yeah, there's no like off button on them.
Okay,
Yeah.
what did you offer me?
Probably a laser cutter, or a foam gun.
I'll do the foam gun.
Okay. I'll give you advantage on your attack roll.
All right.
But Martin, you are suspecting this, so you can roll speed to dodge. So this will be an opposed check.
I fail anyway, so it's
okay. So yeah, you get to that terminal. You
I'm screaming about shutting down the power. Do it now.
Yeah. So Tyrell and Daryl, you get one action. He's got to the network. The computer is on the ship is like blinking. It's real bad. You can each try and like shut the ship's systems down and do a manual reboot. But that's emergency. That's going to be bad for the ship.
Why are you guys so tied to your ship? Just live here. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll try to mess up the computers as much as I can.
Okay.
They'll send another ship.
Well, it's a manual shutdown, basically,
Maybe.
like shutting everything down so you can reformat all the software from disks, and just
But is it still an intellect check that I can add computers to?
Yes.
Okay. No, 97 is not good for that.
All right, Tyrell.
Boy,
it's all on you.
I'm gonna try to reset my wallet or press the self-destruct button if he's somewhere close.
There is a self-destruct button. Yeah, sure. You can just press that for free.
Are you sure that's better? Can I try to
That
stop him?
wasn't better.
Well, you could press it for free. Yeah, actually, no, it's not for free. Martin, you can try and stop him. Or you could try, or
I
you could.
have intellect check for anything I did. Yes.
Like
Yeah.
when I get to the terminal, can I try to intellect check with computers to override the self destruct in those brief
Okay,
moments?
so yeah, the self-destruct button actually would take some time to activate, so you would have time to intercede. So you could space the ship. You could open up the airlocks and basically if no one's in it. Yeah. Tyrell, yeah, this is your last action. I actually no, you have the bolt gun. You could shoot it into the ship's reactor.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right, roll combat.
I failed to see
failed
how
my
this concludes the
combat roll.
situation.
Okay, you failed the roll, so the bolt does not cause a chain reaction. It does explode, damaging the ship.
How
But
will you know?
yeah. So the ship starts broadcasting weird signals that start getting picked up throughout the network, throughout the galaxy, throughout the
I see.
yeah. That's the main thing. Is now the voice will be heard in many places. And yeah, that's sort of the colony starts getting all of the dwellers below turn on the colonists and attack now that they know that they've compromised the ship and prevented it from telling anybody, warning anybody about what's happening here. So yeah, the colony falls as the original colonists rise from below to end the unending gray light. So
I mean, I had a very elegant plan, but we progressed beyond that.
Yep.
I just wanted to get into the airlock and stop him there.
Oh yeah. Well, the captain and everybody else. Well, the shuttle just went into the ship. Like there was no airlock. You entered the shuttle on the ground, and then the shuttle.
To be fair, I didn't know that he could just do that, but I had strong suspicions that this would be bad, and I wanted him shut down the moment he got on the ship. I tried that, and it failed.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You suspected, but yeah, you didn't know how quickly you could compromise the network. But yeah, weird alien energy entity feeding power and madness to the original colonists to keep them going. They were compromised hundreds of years ago, but they've been receiving power to keep their reactor going for all these centuries, and they got really weird. So that's the and oh yeah, there is a map that I used for this. Let's just see here.
And once again, tunnels have doomed us.
Yeah.
Tunnels, they're pretty bad. Let's see here.
I mean, they're just dungeons.
They're just dungeons. There we go. So if you can see that.
That's pretty cool.
And there we go. So I had you start here, and then that was the storage room. The comms array is where you wound up, but like the kitchen is where the trap was. The personnel room is where the cryo chambers were. I grabbed this from an army manual on underground combat. And yeah, it's like, oh, this is a dungeon map. And so
I almost got suffocated by concrete in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Whatever he was doing was just cooking, right?
Yeah, he was making eggs.
I would rename all the rooms, right? Like it was a kitchen in the original thing. Yeah. It was
okay.
Just
All right.
So is Martin still active and everything? Is he?
Oh yeah, he's the avatar of the voice.
I mean, I probably sprayed him down with a foam gun eventually.
Yeah. But he would get free eventually. But
Daryl does.
Martin makes up some stories about how Martin is vaguely sad about all the fate of the colonists, but makes up some stories about how the voice is good and everyone should submit to the voice, and that way we'll have peace again after everyone submits to the voice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
My story is good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the little fate of the poor Sendai 3 colony in the Elna system. Yeah. But yeah, I just had this. I actually got this because I found out at some point, like in the 90s or 80s, I think, South Korea discovered a bunch of tunnels from North Korea. I was like, oh, and South Korea. There's photos of like South Korean soldiers investigating newly discovered tunnels. I'm like, boy, that's a phrase that's ominous. Yeah, that's the worst kind of tunnel, newly discovered. How the fuck did that happen? And so I kind of went from there, and it's like, oh yeah, I've seen this man. I've had, I've known about this man for a while. I was like, oh, it's public domain, government made, so I can use it. So I was like, oh, this is a dungeon map, and it turned out to be a pretty good dungeon. I need to flesh out the ending a bit, I guess, but yeah. That's the basic idea behind it. The original colonists were all crippled and too old, so they started making cybernetic clones to do the grunt work. They all their weapons were based on mining tools that had been repurposed. Like that sprayer in the other one had in the room sprayed dust that would suffocate you and also shred you a bit. It was very abrasive. But
those are fun weapons. I mean, terrible but fun.
Yeah, the bolt gun is very cool. I like.
I love the fact that it's just like, haha, you missed me, but grenade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And with one hit point left, you were at 1 point opponent.
Look, Shinad's only goal was to get out of there, get into the spaceship, and then explain everything because he didn't know whether Martin was going to communicate with the voice and just send a signal. So he just wanted to get to safety and then disable Martin, and that was his doom.
Yeah. If you tackled him on the planet before you got
for the record, Martin wasn't exactly trying to betray you per se. Martin just had this unshakable belief that somehow everything was going to work out for the best if we just cooperated with them.
And then the ship got spaced.
Exactly
what did that?
He's going to pretend. He's going to believe it was accurate. Yeah, I mean, death happens. First contact's rough.
Death happens. What are you going to do?
I didn't lose a single point of HP, but I was up to 17 stress by the end. So.
I had like 10. I thought I was doing bad, like 10 or 11.
Oh no, I was doing much worse.
Yeah, it's Mothership is a game pretty brutal. You can be pretty mean to characters, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So it's just I like this idea of a society that's split off. I was kind of inspired a bit by Caleb's Lancer game, where it's like, oh, these people were just in space so long, going in hypersleep that they got weird. It's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a pretty good concept. I love the fact that I try to use my specialty, which was randomly rolled, to help with this.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well, actually. So, I'll try and write this up as a brochure, put it on the RPPR Patreon using this art for the whole dungeon map. I'll Photoshop it a bit and kind of go from there.
I think the reason why things worked out so great for my character, because I'm pretending that they did, is because I had a towel.
Yeah, if only you'd had a towel to help them with the trap, you could have just.
They chose to split off from some. That's on them.
Yeah,
I'm trying to help them.
Yeah, you had the right tools for the wrong scenes. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for supporting the RPPR Patreon. You can check out Roleplaying Public Radio and how you can play in games like this at patreon.com/RPPR, which I'll put in a little thing right here. Should have put that up earlier, but whatever. We'll keep doing games like this online, and we also do what do we call it? Other things, consultations and other things like that for clients, and also lots of bonus podcasts. We did we reviewed the module 2001, A Space Odyssey, which was published for Star Frontiers by TSR back in the 80s, which was quite wild, and we
looking forward to the time loop isekai. That is perfect. Yes.
Yeah, I need to work on that. I need to figure how the fuck I'm gonna do that.
You overpromised, and I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. No, I have an idea. I just need to pick a system for it.
The first time, like they've already been like, okay, so the rules as written, the one where there's no real chance to change anything, that already happened to the characters. That's why this is their second or third time through the loop, or maybe their 50th.
Yeah, that's the key. It's going to be a loop, and so it needs to they need to level up, and they need to how does it increment? How do you change it over time? And as you keep going through, it's a Groundhog Day situation. Yeah, but like, well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, so I need to work on it. But yeah, that's we're recording Mega Dungeon, new episode of Mega Dungeon Meandering next week, and so I'll get that up early for June. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there. But I am a bit what do you call it? Hungry. I need food.
Fair enough.
Probably, yeah. And
Are you saying you're not an android?
I'm not an android. I actually do need food. I'm also not a remote
Android.
controlled cybernetic drone piloted by some 200-year-old colonist who's gone mad by talking to weird voices in the void.
Having a voice mind control is not so bad. Once you get used to it.
Yeah, once you get used to it. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
The voice told me so it's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for playing, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
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 All right.